There we go. Testing, testing. We are good. What's up, everybody? They can't hear you. I have you guys muted. Only me. Well, now you're unmuted. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Great Nimbus Debates Dragon Ball Z podcast, where we debate everything in Dragon Ball, vague or non-vague. And without further ado, let's get on with the intro video. I feel like we've done that one before. Alright, peeps, welcome back, welcome back. So, first, before we get on to the Dragon Ball Z debates topics, oops, not this playlist, we will do our intros. So, I am SquallRush, gaming addict, anime nerd, and Dragon Ball Z fanatic, all that good stuff. You already know who it is. Yeah. Plug your socials. So I got the Linktree /SquallRush, which is usually in all my bios of all the platforms you're probably watching on. Any platform you're watching on, I got a Linktree in the bio, so check that out. With all my other accounts, if you want to support your boy, please do. I'd greatly appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy you're viewing regardless. I got the Buy Me a Coffee account. If you want to donate to me in whatever platform you're watching on, there's no donate button on there. But if not, I also don't mind it because I'm perfectly fine with you just viewing. No, let's see. Announcements. You know what? Announcements is TikTok got reinstated. I'm just waiting for CapCut to be reinstated so I can finish editing my videos, because I was close to posting a reverse Nuzlocke from Sparking Zero with DT Dub video, but CapCut kind of got stuck in limbo, and it might be, maybe. I haven't checked it on the PC yet. On the mobile phone it is, so we'll see. That's my video editing software. Intro question is, who has the best drip in Dragon Ball? And my answer, I'm going with that homie Trunks. Boy, I had the best jacket I've ever seen in my life, bro. And like, usually the pants pulled all the way up with the belt and stuff, it looks bad on people, but him it works, bro. I'll have to give it to him. Alright, from my point of view, it looks like Hunter 7 Ninja than Brock Strap.
Alright. I'm a Hunter, aka Secret Code Sauce. You can find me. Don't even worry about finding me on TikTok. We don't know what the fuck is going on with TikTok anymore. you can't find me. How about that? You can't fucking find me anywhere. I have a Twitch account. Oh yeah, I don't fucking use
What
it
happens
though,
when you
and
put
I
all
don't
your
know the
eggs in one
names.
basket?
Flapper.
I don't know the names of that shit anyway.
That's
Yeah,
me who said that.
I don't
think.
know. I need to make a fucking link tree. But who had the best drip in Dragon Ball Z? First of all, Squall, what the fuck, dude? A bowl cut, pants up to his belly button, a crop top jacket, and if I'm not mistaken, his fucking pants tucked into his fucking shoes.
Oh, he's clean. He's clean,
Dude,
bro.
If I ever seen somebody wearing that specific outfit like at the mall, I would beat him up just for how ugly he looks. That's the worst looking shit I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, on
dog.
everyone else. On everyone else except for Trunks. He came in here, he was clean.
Yeah. So the drip is fucking terrible. It's just gotta be a person, but
You gotta be that
even
guy.
that. No, but even still, because Trunks is never once has Trunks been that guy. That dude sliced up Frieza, and that was it. That was his moment of coolness. Everything
Better than
after that
Vegeta.
was just, I'm a loser. I'll never live up to my father's expectations. Not because he has such high expectations, because he literally doesn't even care about me, but because I'm such a loser that I can't accomplish anything. I had to get my mom to build a time machine to go back in time to ask my dad for help because I couldn't fight these dudes on their own. No, man, you're tripping. The best drip in Dragon Ball always goes to Bulma.
I mean, she can wear some stuff.
Should have the most
but,
outfits.
She looks
Did have
good
the
in
most
her
outfits.
outfits. Give you that. But your reasoning
I think
for why
Gohan was second.
I'll give it to you. Bulma has some good drip, but your reasoning why Trunks' drip is bad doesn't make sense to me.
And a special shout out to Chi-Chi's drip. She's always got the cool looking Chinese girl shit going on.
Alrighty. It's 7 into 7. You can find me at Game Jump Yui and Rumble. I think we might be getting back to streaming. I do not know yet 100%, but I did a test today and it worked out pretty well. So I'm hoping so. Regardless, guys, yeah. Also, how do you know Epo? We're gonna be talking about that nerding out. We're pushing D&D down the line. We'll eventually get there. We will alert you guys when it's time. Unless Squall's got an event up, then he will let you know later on. Regardless of all that, who's got the best drip of all time on Dragon Ball? It's gotta be Monaka. No, I'm lying. I'm lying.
Who even is that?
From Dragon Ball Super.
I'm lying, bro. I'm lying.
The pink dude.
I don't think you
100%.
watched Dragon Ball Super.
The great nipple guy is from what they
Oh my
translated.
god, I don't know who you're talking about.
Bro. Nah, I'm lying. But it's gotta be. I'm gonna go with Hit. Since you took my guy, Squall, I'm gonna go with Hit. It's clean.
You could just say Trunks too, like 2-1 on
I was going to
Hunter's
say
little
it.
piece of
No,
shit.
I was gonna say it.
No.
No, I was gonna say it, but you took it from me. So I was like, I can't say it now.
So he's going with Trunks too. It's 2-1, bro. All right, Brock,
He's
who you
not.
got?
He's going with the trench coat. You know,
That's
that
his second chochoice. We all know
ninja loving
that.
fool is going for the trench coat.
All right, guys, you know who it is. Brockstrap55, the gamer, anime nerd, Dragon Ball Z fanatic. Oh wait, no, sorry. I'm a guy who plays Pokemon on Rumble and YouTube, sometimes Twitch. So go ahead and find me there. I also run. I have a X account that I do sometimes, but I'm not really active on there. But yeah, you'll catch me on Thursdays with this guy, wherever direction it is on his computer, not mine. With Squall Rush, we do Pokemon Soul Link, so that's a fun time. As far as drip goes, dude, I'm a sucker for the Kaioshin outfits. When Gohan goes with Kobito and Shin to the other world to get the Z sword out, I really love that outfit.
Are you like
Damn.
Gohan Kai?
Yeah, like
Gohan.
the little
I-
whatever one he
shoulder
had, or
pad?
Zamasu or
Stuff like
Goasu
that.
or any of those. Yeah, any of those guys' outfits.
All right. Well, that is everyone. What's up, 7 Ninja?
The only outfit of Gohan's I liked was that black one he had. I think it was during the Videl arc. The Videl getting her head
Oh,
squished off.
the under the leotard or whatever, the
Yeah.
underpiece for the Great Saiyaman outfit. Yeah.
I like that whole that piece.
Yeah,
That
no,
other,
that was it was
Just
pretty cool.
the bodysuit.
yeah, the body
Well, that's
suit.
what he was fighting Deborah in, right? Basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, that outfit looks great when you have a fucking body like Gohan's, but
Right?
when you look like any of us,
Not this dad bod.
yeah, nobody's
Hey.
dressing up as Gohan at
Speak for
fucking
yourself.
Comic-Con.
Speak for yourself. That would look great on me if I lost 50 pounds.
I got the biceps, right? I got the biceps, and that's it. Everything else is
You got
all
the
fat.
dad steps.
If
got
you
the dad
lost
set.
50
Yeah,
pounds,
The dad
dad
seps. You can hold one kid in one
lost-
hand, your second kid in the other hand, do bicep curls with them.
Come here, kids. Let's do some
Or if you
crunches
wear
or
the-
curls,
if you wear the Kai outfit, they could sit on those big shoulder pads.
right?
All right, everybody. Well, that's everyone in the panel. So make sure to shoot them some follows or subs, por favor. And we will start getting into the first segment.
You like that particular thing? Oh, let me shit on it for 5 minutes.
That's what cold sauce is for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all are
All
here
right.
to make sure we don't argue the whole time.
So, first topic for today will be. Correct me if I'm wrong, but have we gone over this one yet? I don't remember. Who had the biggest L of the Cell Saga?
Yeah, we definitely went over
I'm
that.
sure we talked about that.
Damn.
I don't think
Like
Brockstrap
2
was there.
episodes ago.
All right, my next. All right, I got a backup one then. Who was the biggest asshole in Dragon Ball?
It's a loaded fucking question because
It is. It is a
it's
super
straight
loaded
from my
question.
favorite character.
Who else would it be?
No, it's Frieza.
Gee,
It's
I
not-
won.
Yeah, it's Frieza.
All right,
It's Frieza.
one at a time. One at a time. All right, Brockstrap, you go first since you went last. 7 Ninja, then Secret Cold Sauce.
So I mean, I don't know. What sector we talking? Like just anybody straight up, right?
Yeah, anybody in all of Dragon Ball.
I would. Me and 7 Ninja, I think, are on the same page here. It's definitely got to be Frieza. To rule with an iron fist and take anybody out and just like the whole goal for him is to take over. Like even Cell or Boo, right? Like Cell was created to go after Goku, and then he wanted just to fight, and it didn't really want to take over the world necessarily. He just
They
wanted
did.
to like consume and fight and consume some more and then fight some more is what he was designed to do. Boo was just I don't know. He was controlled by Babidi for a bit, right? And then he went on his own, and then he basically got turned okay by
Boo
by
was
Hercules.
chaotic neutral.
Yeah, kind of. But Frieza, there's always intent. There's always some kind of like reason for him to do evil things and be an asshole while doing said evil things. So, if we're going from like a standpoint of who could be an asshole within the Z Warriors, I have a good answer there. But
Yeah,
That's
we're
part of
counting
the
all of
loaded
them. We're calling all of them.
So-
Like,
so-
villains and good guys.
so I would say I don't know what you're trying to get me. What kind of position you're trying to get me in here, Squall?
Just who do you think is the biggest asshole and why?
Because I know what you want to say, and I know what you probably want me to say as well. But
No, I don't know what I want you to say. I don't know what.
Come up with all the reasons.
Who? Come on, pick your guy. What are you getting at?
if we're talking like within the Z Warriors, I would say Tien Shinhan first in Dragon Ball. Probably he was kind of an asshole. And then when we get to Z, well, okay, so between all the Saiyan guys that came down, right? I would say Nappa was even more of an asshole than Vegeta, probably, at that moment in time. Vegeta was this kind of a entitled prick where Nappa was actually kind of like the, hey, let's just play with everybody and destroy them all. So, I don't know. I might actually go with Nappa over Vegeta.
So that's Nappa is your final top asshole over Frieza and Tien.
Oh no, Frieza's definitely the top. I'm just thinking like I'm trying to remember all the assholes. Like Piccolo was trying to get revenge for his dad, so he wasn't really like an asshole kind of. Tien was just kind of like he wanted to be the strongest right before the Budokai tournament.
All right.
But then he was like going off and actually like breaking people's bones and stuff. Kind of asshole-ish thing to do. Well, Frieza's number one though for sure.
And then what's your argument for Frieza?
What's my argument for Frieza? Oh,
yeah.
Like destroying towns of people on Namek just for the heck of it. Like he could have easily gotten what he wanted. I don't know if anybody would try to actually fight him. And then, I don't know, destroying planets, like, period's kind of an asshole-ish thing to do. Like, you take the throne from your father, and then you have subjects, right? Because if you think about it, Frieza's kind of like in a lord position to where he has subjects. And then, you know, you just off the planet of probably your best fighting force for no reason other than a rumor. Like, okay, way to go, asshole.
Alright. 7 Ninja.
Alright. So it starts with Broly, not Super Broly, the Broly.
Oh yeah.
To Frieza. Then it goes to Cooler, and then it goes to Turles.
Okay, what's your reasoning behind Z Broly being your top?
I mean, let's just say, Kakarot, do you like your son? I mean, like he destroyed. You're talking about destroying planets, like Frieza. There's some like listeners to it. Broly said, "I'm just gonna destroy this planet because I can." All right, he dog walked. I mean, he's the villain, but he dog walked every single one of them. Crust goes through skull. Gonna kill them just that nah, I'm gonna torture. He's just gonna torture, you know, everyone in that fight. He could have just killed him, said, "Nah, I'm gonna play with him," like Nappa did, but 10 times worse. Okay, let's just start there. I mean, Frieza was diabolical, meticulous tyrant. I forgot why Cooler was scrapping with him. Besides, I think killing his brother, maybe. But he's still up there in that that attitude that Frieza had. You could argue there would literally like he's just a greater or a more focused version of it. Who's the last one I said? Turles? I don't know why I said Turles, but I felt like he was a dick. So yeah.
Oh, so your top answer is Broly because he destroyed planets and basically played with his food, i.e., like his enemies.
Yes. It was diabolical. What did you say? I'm not a demon. I'm the devil.
Okay.
That dude's terrible. All right, cold sauce.
All right. There's a lot of great contenders for who's the biggest asshole in the Dragon Ball universe, especially because it's so expansive. But I'm gonna go with the one character that's gonna fucking piss off Squall the most. Goku is the biggest asshole in Dragon Ball Z. And here are my reasonings. Number one, after fighting Frieza, they summoned the fucking Shenron and asked him to come back, and Goku was like, nah, Shenron. You ain't bringing me back to those motherfuckers who have done everything for me and who love me greatly. I'm not going to hang out with them. Secondly, refusing to raise his kids. We did a whole episode on this topic, so I'm not going to get into it. Throwing his son at Cell. Like, what the fuck? He's like, I can't beat this guy. Let me get my 11-year-old son to fight him. And let's put a cherry on that fucking cake right quick. Giving Cell a sensu bean to make sure Cell kills his 11-year-old son. Honorable mentions, watching everyone fight Beerus without ever letting anybody know he's there until it's like the fucking moment after it's too late. Bringing an exploding nuke of Cell to King Kai's planet. Of all the fucking places he could have went to Mars. There's a lot of places he could have went to, but he chose King Kai's planet specifically. And like just some sprinkles on this big Goku's an asshole birthday cake. The position that he left Raccoon in after he beat him.
So are we to assume that just because Earth like exists within the Dragon Ball universe, that the rest of the Milky Way solar system does as well?
Yeah.
And would Goku have like a energy signature on Mars to teleport to, or did he just do what he thought was the quickest thing that he could?
He could have went right outside of Earth's orbit, dude.
Was he gonna go to Namek and blow up New Namek?
Hold up. We're going outside the topic here. This is a topic I was going to bring up for when Artemisia comes in. So I want to save this one specifically for later.
Trying to save Goku. What are you, Squall's lawyer?
No, I'm Squall, not Squall's lawyer. But I didn't think you meant Goku's lawyer.
I'm talking on the Brock strap right quick.
I didn't dispute any other thing outside of the
maybe there is no Mars. He's like,
nah.
Am I wrong?
No. I mean, like, this one you guys are about to go off on. This is one I was gonna bring up for when Artemisia comes in, once she finishes the Cell saga. But yeah. So my answer is, like my number 2 answer, I would have to agree with Brock. Frieza would be like my number 2 for the biggest asshole in Dragon Ball. What's up, Fedori? Welcome in. My top answer, I'm actually agreeing with Secret Cold Sauce here. Like Goku was my top answer for the biggest asshole. Like, there's like a the reason is the reasoning is different. Like, I agree with like Shenron, like him telling Shenron no when like his loved ones are like, come back, Goku, come back to us. Like that, I agree with that one. Him throwing his son at Cell, I don't agree with. And him throwing Sensu Bean at Cell, like I agree with throwing the Sensu Bean at Cell was an asshole move, but not for Gohan. It was at Cell, like, hey, you're gonna need this for my son because he's gonna kick your ass regardless. That's kind of an asshole move. What's called him landing on top of Nappa's head. Like, and not even looking at him, you know, like Nappa looks at him and he's looking away from him, like you're not even worth it. I know what you're gonna do next before you even do it, you know. That's an asshole move. He did other things like in Dragon Ball Super when his instant transmission was all out of whack from Kaioken times Blue. He teleported into Bulma's house, and Bulma was like, "What the fuck are you doing here in a towel? Like, you're gonna see me naked." And he was like, no one's trying to see those saggy ass titties. Like, that's an asshole move right there. Like, he like, what's it called? There's other things like I can't think of right now. Like he stuck up his power
with your dirty old fanny.
Yeah. There was that. He stuck a power pole up that one ninja his ass in Dragon Ball. Let's see. What else? There's a lot more than that. Oh, he was making fun of. He wasn't making fun of Captain Ginyu, but he was like doing his pose with Captain Ginyu with them to like is this how you guys do it in the middle of a fight and everything? Like this dude was like and then like on top of all of this, like he's always talking mad shit to everybody he beats the shit out of, and he doesn't like talk shit until he's got full on control of these people, you know. It's not until like Nappa, for instance, like he knew he was gonna whoop Nappa's ass. He was like, bro, you're not gonna land nothing on me, bro. You ass, basically. Frieza, he disrespected the shit out of Frieza. Like after he got sliced up with his own little destructo disc type of thing, like he like powered down to Super Saiyan. I was like, yeah, you're not even worth finishing off, bro. Like, go home, go live your life, bro. Like that was disrespectful as fuck to Frieza, bro. He was pissed off beyond like words. He couldn't do nothing but just like once he was revived, just attack back and then die, you know. So like that's my argument for why Goku's the biggest asshole. Let's see, like we can go around in a circle. We'll go around Secret Cold Sauce, you went last first, so we'll go over Brock's option first. Frieza. Why or why not do you think Frieza is or is not better than your choice, Goku?
Oh shit. Now Frieza is the biggest asshole. I just wanted to choose Goku, but I mean, he's constantly killing his own men. He's never once ever showed respect to anyone ever. He's the most fucking audacious, biggest fucking asshole there is. He's a racist. He does not call fucking any Saiyan anything but the racial slur that's for the Saiyans. I mean, God, it's so fucking much. It's like overwhelming me trying to come up with more right now. Oh, about this motherfucker got brought back to life after being in hell, in his particular hell. There is a hell that he could have been in. This dude's such a fucking asshole that the fucking gods of DBZ was like, no, we're gonna make a special hell for Frieza. And then he finally gets a chance back in life, and they're like, so we're gonna put you in this tournament that all the gods are gonna be there, and the reward is these badass Dragon Balls to let you grant any wish. Frieza didn't fucking think twice. His very first thought was, I can use this to fuck over the gods. Like, dude.
Was that before or after punching Goku in the gut immediately?
I don't know, but
I think that was after. I think he's talking about tournament power.
I mean, to be fair, I mean his only understanding of what a god is Beerus. I mean, I'm just saying, Beerus is not the best god of destruction.
He is.
He's
the strongest one.
He doesn't do the best job, but he's the strongest. So I guess it depends on your definition here.
He's a diabolical.
Right.
Like he's too petty. He's too easy to anger. It's not even like I wouldn't even, like Zamasu gave me more of a kind of a serious kind of god-like state. Maybe even Gawasu, they're graders, I guess, if you want to go that route. But like to me, Beerus never really felt serious about his job unless specific topics came up, like time travel. So like when you think about who the gods are that he knows, the only one he knows is Beerus. I mean, let's be real here. If I could topple the gods and Beerus isn't that serious, I have a chance. I might be able to do it. It's not like Goku and them that know a lot more.
Alright, so Secret Cold Sauce, if I'm getting this right, you're actually changing your answer from Goku to Frieza.
Look, I'm actually coin flipping between Frieza and Vegeta, because Vegeta is like that big of an asshole. He's up there with Frieza. Like, the biggest example I can give right now is when he killed Nappa. Nappa got beat up by Goku, and then he was like, you know what? You're useless because you lost to this dude who's better than you. And then, and Nappa raised him. Nappa raised Vegeta since he was 8. Vegeta killed his own dad. Vegeta killed his adoptive dad because he got his ass kicked by someone who obviously has a higher power level than him. Like, that shit's fucking wild, dog.
All right.
Then he comes in. Hold on, because then he comes in and he takes Yamcha's girlfriend. he planted a warrior that killed Yamcha and then took Yamcha's girlfriend. Like, I'm just saying, if Vegeta and Frieza had like an asshole off, it would be like old school Jake Paul streaming with Johnny Somali. Like, it would just be the worst thing you could ever see.
All right. But Ninja, why or why not would you say Frieza is a bigger asshole than Brawly?
No matter how I look at it, Frieza had more time, but Broly made way more of an impact to me when it comes to being an asshole. Now, do I consider him the better villain? No, I think Frieza 100% is the better villain. But when it comes down to just like the diabolicalness of an individual, Broly's got it hands down. This dude was terrorizing not only the Z fighters, but anyone. Legitimately, I think the only reason he wasn't any more worse is because his dad had that collar on him and kept him suppressed long enough. But had that thing come off, bro, it's over. Okay? That dude was a straight menace. This dude became a demon off of Goku crying, bro. Think about that. He became a demon off of Goku crying. Not Goku doing something terrible to his family. Whining, okay? that dude's outrageous in comparison to Frieza.
Dude killed his own dad. He blew up South Galaxy. He blew up a whole galaxy. How much of an asshole you gotta be to blow up a whole galaxy?
Pretty sure Yamcha and Bulma were like done by the point that Vegeta came along.
So,
the whole thing is that she was mad that he was still out kind of playing the field. Like, he didn't actually ever pull the trigger and actually cheat or nothing, but like, I think she wanted to settle.
It's not cheating when he's dead.
So,
he wasn't dead the whole time. He was only dead for what? Maybe from whenever the end of the Saiyan saga to Namek when he got wished back. It didn't seem like it was that long of a time.
Does that make Bulma the asshole in that situation? Like, no,
nobody was the asshole. They were both broke up. I mean, Yamcha could have felt some kind of frustration behind it, but like, they weren't together.
Yeah, if you fall for someone they're not feeling you, that's on the person who felt his feelings are higher for sure. I'll agree with that one. So
well, they dated though.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
No, I'm saying, like,
I dated a couple of girls, and now they're probably off with their boyfriends right now. I ain't mad.
You asshole.
No, what I'm saying is, so they weren't in a relationship whenever he died fighting that Cyberman?
I think they were in a relationship at that time.
I think she was probably, I don't know, maybe she was upset, but like, they didn't get together until after they came. I'm not sure.
They were together in Dragon Ball, and then they broke up like before, like after, like they broke up.
It was like a 4-year gap after Dragon Ball 2Z.
Well, they broke up in the Cell before the androids arrived. Because like they were still kind of together when Trunks landed and defeated Frieza, and then all of a sudden Vegeta and Bulma have a baby when like the androids arrive. So it was like in that 3-year time gap that they broke up, and then she went to Vegeta.
Is that from that new?
Well, basically, they were dating. Yamcha died. And not a whole day later, Bulma was like, "All right, Vegeta, you're mine now."
I wouldn't say a whole day later, but yeah, Vegeta definitely did take Bulma from Yamcha. Sure.
Was that strictly on Bulma though, or did Yamcha have some reason to push her away? It's not like she just,
No, it
oh
was
hey, I
strictly on
want Vegeta
Bulma.
now. It was
Vegeta
What?
didn't even like Bulma for like years. He was just living with her.
Yeah, and then also, I think it's a little bit on both, because like Yamcha was cheating on Bulma, so I know that.
It's true.
well, it said that he didn't specifically. It's not stated that he actually cheated or anything like that, but it's pretty much said that he was a bit of a playboy. So like,
I know Bulma was always
Oh, I thought
complaining
she
about
caught him
Yamcha
cheating.
cheating. Yeah, Bulma was always complaining about Yamcha cheating. Like in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, when they all met up, they introduced Gohan to everybody for the first time. Like at Roshi's house, they were like, "Yo, where's Yamcha? That fucking cheater!" Blah blah blah. Like I remember that scene specifically.
I'll take your
Man.
word for it.
Maybe he wasn't cheating. Maybe he was just
Makes
talking to
sense.
other girls. You know?
No. Look,
I can't remember that far back.
He definitely was cheating because he's a professional baseball player. And
Yeah, that.
In the
That's
long
like-
line of things to remember about Dragon Ball, Bulma and Yamcha's relationship is not one of them.
Why did you put your fingers together?
to show
You
that
think Bulma's packing? You think-
one's Bulma, the other one's Yamcha. This is their relationship together. All right.
Is that
So
what that means? Is people touching tips or what? I guess I
Yeah, that's
Don't know
exactly
what
what that means. That's what
don't know what that gesture
I
that's-
is.
think what you were looking for was the air quotes. I
Yeah,
think
that-
when
that-
you said
that was-
relationship,
I was thinking together as in connection.
yeah, that was from the
Relationship
movie.
connection.
I pronounce you Chuck and Larry when they
Chuck
when
and
they did
Larry?
that. Yeah.
I see that in anime all the time though, and that's definitely not in any like
That's
whenever-
positiveness too.
That's whenever they're
that's just showing
shy.
they're nervous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's whenever they're shy. Like, I don't know.
Ah,
But like in Chuck and Larry, they like when they were supposed to be a gay couple, it was like, oh yeah, you guys are gonna, yeah.
you guys.
obviously,
like,
there's
yeah.
some context to that as well, but
Anyways, my reasoning behind Frieza or Goku, you know, I think it was like a close match between the two. Like I was like really thinking about it. Like if it wasn't for all the things that Say and Scholar listed earlier, like I would have picked Frieza for sure. But you know, like he listed a bunch of things. He made a whole video on every single asshole thing Goku did. I mean, some of it I didn't feel like was an asshole move, but like a good 80 to 90% of it I felt like it was asshole stuff, like valid, that Goku did. Like for Frieza, I can only list like a few things that we've seen in the anime versus like Goku. There's like it's like a whole ass laundry list of fucking things Goku did that were full on asshole moves. Frieza destroyed planets, destroyed multiple planets. Frieza's racist, you know, he calls everybody monkey, everyone and their mama's monkey. What's up, Supersonic Rose? Welcome in, welcome in. I don't know why your chat didn't come in. Weird. Anyways, Frieza is like super racist and he destroys planets left and right. But that's all I can list, you know. He kills for like whenever the fuck he wants.
I guess nothing.
There's he doesn't really like. I don't think he's ever like, other than being like saying monkey and destroying planets and killing. Like I can't see him being like disrespectful. Besides that, like Goku, you know, Goku's like topped these people, these super disrespectful people, and made them feel super utterly disrespected. You know, like
What about the androids?
what about the androids?
How long was it? Goku died, and they were still blowing up buildings and homes on Earth, all the way to future Trunks.
In Future Trunks' world?
Yeah. They died. Legitimately, Goku dies. The Saiyans die.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I completely forgot about that. They were destroying buildings and homes for no reason for like years.
For fun.
You think they would have destroyed everywhere?
That is a good argument. I will give you that. They were just they didn't destroy the planet. They didn't destroy cities, but they were like kind of destroying them. Not like utterly like wiping them off the planet, but just blasting shit here or there just to like torture people.
But if anything, like Frieza's merciful compared to the
the androids.
They were leaving motherfuckers alive so they could suffer. Frieza got rid of everything.
Yeah, that's a great argument. I will give you that. That's a good one, actually. Androids, they were the biggest assholes. They had Trunks fucking sweating, dude, for years, bro. He has full on hatred for the androids for a lifetime, bro. You know. Like, I'm pretty sure even though they're gone, he still has nightmares about the androids.
And I mean, look, you can try to make an argument like for Dr. Gero, like this dude created all of this fucking stuff just to kill Goku, just for the revenge on Goku. But at the same time, how much of an asshole do you have to be to somebody to drive them to create all these machines? Just to kill you.
Well, you can make the argument that he's just pissed off at Goku, and because like I know he didn't want to release Android 17 and 18 because he couldn't control them, and they just wanted to just dick around and have fun and shit. So
their fun is making people suffer, obviously, like Ninja just said. I think they're the biggest assholes.
Yes. So like the androids are, but Dr. Gero, I would say no. It's like I know, like let's see, Dr. Gero, like for instance, Android 16 is his actual son. He modeled the Android 16 after his son. And the Dragon Ball Superhero movie confirmed it. But the thing was, he made Android 16 peace-loving because he didn't want to see his son die again. So there's some redeeming qualities in Dr. Gero. Versus like the Android 17 and 18 in Future Trunks' timeline. I don't see any redeeming qualities for that amount of torture they put that timeline through. Alright, let me see.
Agreed.
Right. So, 7 Ninja, are you changing your answer from Broly to the androids?
You know what? I am doing that. Because, you know what? Now that I think about it, Broly would at least destroy the planet. They were doing that for years, man. Like, straight, don't even know how many years, bro. Trunks got old enough to be a Z fighter. Like, he got tall enough and old enough to be a Z fighter, and they were still going.
You know what? I'm gonna change my answer too.
Alright, what's your reasoning why the androids are better than Goku, Frieza, or Vegeta in your eyes? Secret Cold Sauce.
Oh no, I'm not picking the androids. I'm picking Zamasu. Every time this motherfucker opened his mouth, he was being an asshole. And then went and stole somebody's body. Stole that dude's body. like Zamasu. I didn't watch the saga, but I've seen enough clips to know that this dude's a bigger asshole than Vegeta ever was.
Stole Goku's body and then killed Chi-Chi and Goten with it.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Alright, so you're saying Zamasu is more of an asshole than the android 17 and 18 at Future Trunks timeline?
It's up there.
Alright, Brock, what's your reasoning? Do you like why or why not is Frieza more or less of an asshole than the Android 17 and 18 from Future Trunks timeline?
I feel like in a game of cat and mouse, Frieza always tries to be the cat, like just playing and trying to be as meticulous as he can with the mouse. I'm not gonna disagree with what Hunter said about Zamasu, because on that front it felt like a disappointed dad who just anything that his son or all mortals ever did wasn't good enough for Zamasu. So he just wanted to eradicate everyone. Yeah, kind of asshole-ish, but I feel like his would be all dispassionate and unmotivated, to where Frieza was like just always had some personal gain, whether it was just amusement for the moment or actual like wanting to just cause harm. So I'm still gonna say Frieza probably more of an asshole than Zamasu, but man, it's close. I don't know.
And then what about the androids?
Eh.
No,
They were just going
Wasn't
after
here.
like they were going after
Oh,
some
he-
towns and stuff and whatever. They tortured people for years on end, I guess, but I'm not gonna say Frieza didn't also do that and then some. So you know.
You know, when it comes to androids or Goku, you know, damn, bro, Android 17, 18, that's a hard one to beat. I definitely think Goku is a bigger asshole than like Zamasu and Frieza. But, damn, 17, 18, cause like with like Goku, he just humiliates people for no fucking reason. You know, like, oh, I'm better than you. I'm gonna let you know I'm better than you. Like the androids, like they when like they're torturing these cities, they don't kill people just to keep them in fear that they're gonna die for years on end. Like there's probably like people out there stressed out of their mind that are depressed and shit. Like, fuck, bro, this is the day I'm gonna die. It's the day I'm gonna die because of these fucking androids. You know, like Frieza finally just let them get peace. Yeah. These androids are fucking with them, you know. He took away their homes and he's making them live in fear for the rest of their lives, or them, I should say. Like Frieza, like, you know, like rest in peace. So he ends them and now they're forever in peace, you know, like Steve Cold Sauce says. Frieza was merciful compared to the 17 and 18. Damn, bro. I might have to change my answer to 18, 17.
How much of a reason that Vegeta was an asshole is because of Frieza?
Yeah. I mean, like,
not much. He was an asshole before he became one of Frieza's
like he
men.
he was like an arrogant royal guy, but like was he like how much more of an asshole is he directly because of how like whatever Frieza put him through?
I would put
the reason doesn't matter. If someone's an asshole, they're an asshole.
Oh, you're right.
If I murder someone, the court's not gonna be like, "Why'd you do it?" The court's gonna be like, "Did you do it?"
Oh, would you self-incriminate?
I think
depends on what prison I'm going to.
Well, it kind of does depend. Like the severity of your punishment depends on the why. Like, if you're just a crazy person, why'd you kill him? I wanted to. Well, why'd you want to? I don't know. I just felt like it. He's crazy. Put him in a mental institute. No, he's crazy. Put him in a mental institute.
But no, well, I mean how many non-crazy people did that just to get that kind of sentence too?
Well, see, those people like they're checked out by like mental like what's it called?
You can't
mental people. Like they'll deem them if they're actually crazy or not, and be like, no, he's faking it, and then so they're gonna be like giving the max sentence then.
How can you disprove
I
something,
can
though?
attest.
How can you disprove
I
something?
tell you, because of fucking, you can only fake crazy for so long, and they will push your court dates and all that back. You will get watched and evaluated for over a year before you even go to court if you're trying to claim insanity on that shit.
And like cops will like push it too.
Yeah. The court will, they have a minimal like statute on how long they can keep you before trial, and if for murder it's up to 10 years. You can sit in jail for 10 years before going to trial on murder.
Yeah, so like if someone kills somebody and like the cops reprimand him, and he'll be like, I'm hearing demons, and then like they'll get checked out, and then they'll deem him fine, and then like he'll go into the interrogation room like looking around, faking it, and be like, and then the cop will come in to interrogate him. Like, so what's your name? And like, and then the cop will like be like, stop playing. You already been checked out by mental institute. You're fine. You're just faking it. And then he'll probably snap out of it after that.
Is that only for the insanity plea?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, there's plenty other things.
For murder,
actually
how long? For murder, how long can you be held without cause if you're even innocent? Because that's effed also. If that's the case.
Like I just said, before I took my time and got shipped, I was still in my parish jail. There was a guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but he had already been down for 2 years, and he was begging them, give me a fast and speedy trial. I got a right to a fast and speedy trial, and they wouldn't give it to him. And here's the kicker: he was on a murder charge, except the guy that actually murdered the motherfucker was right there on the other side of the jail. The cops were just trying to get one of them to confess, and they kept pushing the shit back. They were both down on the same murder charge. It's the same murder.
Effed.
Yeah, it is ass.
I'm not like, I can't say let all the bad guys go and do all bad stuff, but there definitely needs to be some kind of, I don't know. I'm back and forth on this stupid, the judicial bullshit.
I'm with you, bro. I hear you.
So let's, I mean, we got off topic, but we narrowed it down to the Android, Frieza, Zamasu, Frieza, Zamasu, Android 17, and Goku. That's our top 4?
Yes. I'm like, the more we talk about it, I think like Zamasu, Frieza are kind of disqualified in my opinion, because you can kind of put Vegeta up there with them, because like he's also destroyed planets. He's also like the Nappa reasoning, and like the reason why he destroys planets is even less than like Frieza. For instance, Frieza was scared for like the Super Saiyan, so that's why he destroyed planet Vegeta, and he'll destroy planets for revenge and stuff like that. Like Vegeta, like in that one filler episode with the bugs, like the bug planet, like he saved the bugs, and once him and Nappa rose above out of space, like out of danger from the planet, he destroyed it. Huh?
Dude, they imprisoned Vegeta and Nappa.
But they
took him out of prison. They were like, we got all our best guys surrounding you. We're gonna execute you right now. And Vegeta was like, oh yeah, motherfucker.
Well, they got imprisoned
Vegeta
on
had every
purpose.
reason to fucking. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but whether he was letting them do it or not, their intentions were clear, was to imprison them and execute them.
Well, he joined in.
If I was
for
Vegeta,
fun.
I'd have blew that planet up too. It doesn't make the bugs less of an asshole just because Vegeta wasn't like, hey, I'm stronger than you and I can stop you. Their intent was to be an asshole. If I was Vegeta, I'd have blew up that fucking planet too.
Well, I'm not.
I mean, I'm an asshole, so it's not the best argument, but
I'm not saying the bugs are the assholes. Vegeta is the asshole for destroying it for his reasoning. Like that, like the reasoning he destroyed the planet was less than a reason than Frieza or Zamasu destroying planets, and he destroyed it just because, like, fuck it.
Doggy?
Like, I'm evil. I'm an asshole.
why was Zamasu destroying planets?
Because he hated mortals. He thought mortals were like the darkness of the planet or of the universe.
So literally just being racist. He was like, I'm so racist, I'm gonna start blowing up planets.
Alright, 7
Could you
Ninja.
Never mind. Go ahead, Ninja.
And 7 Ninja. I need some backup here. What's less of a reason? Destroying a planet because I feel like it, or destroying a planet because I actually hate these people and I'm racist?
I mean, I feel like destroying a planet for no reason is kind of worse. With the reason, you at least know the motive. which means that the motive could be diabolical. It could be something like they put poison in my tea, and I had to get the antidote, but I wanted to get rid of them first. It could be anything, but for no reasons, like, you know, it's kind of like when what's his name, the Omni King is playing marbles with the different planets. He's just playing with them. It's like, why'd you destroy my planet? What did I do? I didn't do anything. You just did it because you could. Like, so it's kind of.
Here's a way to look at it. If somebody just walked into your room right now, Squall, just walked up to you and punched you, no reason, and then right after, somebody walked in your room and you was like, "Hey, fuck you, you ugly motherfucker," and then they punched you, which one would you be more mad at?
I mean, they both sound like they're both for no reason. So like they both suck. I'd be more confused with the guy who just came in for no reason, but like the guy who.
Asshole.
All right, I got you, Skull. I got you. So let's say Blaine went and punched Hunter for no reason, versus
No reason at all.
Oak King, which had punched Secret Cold Sauce.
Oh, name drop. Oh.
Versus who? Versus who?
No, we don't need to get into it. We don't need to get into it.
Wait, hold on.
Think about it.
There's secret cold sauce lore that even I don't know about.
We don't need to get into this. But,
Think about it.
If Blaine went up and punched him for no reason, angrily, that'd seem more of an asshole. Versus the other guy we aren't gonna name, I'd see some reasoning behind it. It wouldn't seem like. It wouldn't seem like it was much of an asshole thing for me because I'd see the reasoning behind it.
If Blaine walked up to me and punched me without a fucking word, I would just fucking lick my lips and be like, "I'm fucking proud of you, bro." But if Pope walked up to me and punched me, there's gonna be one less Pope in this fucking world. You understand me?
Not trying to name drop.
Too late, man. It was too late. I haven't started the fire.
But y'all get the point. No reason is more of an asshole than someone with a reason.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we were saying. You was against us.
No, I'm saying Vegeta had no reason to blow up that planet. Frieza has reasons to blow up, like planet Vegeta, you know? He hates the monkeys, as he calls it.
Okay, all right, so justify blowing up Planet Namek, because he didn't even know he was gonna lose to Goku before he did that.
Well, it was to kill Goku for sure, at least, in case he couldn't win. It's like his little angry, you know, it's like you're getting your ass worked in some fucking Uno, and you're like, "Man, fuck this," and you flip the whole table. That's what Frieza did there, bro.
Frieza hit Namek with that attack before the Spirit Bomb, right?
No, it was after the Spirit Bomb. I think it was even after Goku turned Super Saiyan. So he was definitely losing that fight. As after the Spirit Bomb, he comes back. Only thing he does is kill Krillin, shoot a death beam at Goku that Piccolo comes in, takes the hit for. And then that's it. Goku turned Super Saiyan. Then they were boxing. Then Frieza was like, "Fuck this," and threw the death ball at the planet. So he had a reason to throw the death ball. He was getting his ass worked up in that fight. He was pissed off about it.
Speaking of Piccolo, it just dawned on me. This rascal got shot with a death beam, and then went down for the count. He wasn't dead, but went down for the count. But he could have just healed it. It's not like a straight up like a punch to the gut. It's a piercing damage, right? So it goes through you.
He took that shit in the heart too.
No, he took it in the blue box.
What?
So like the what?
The Gulak?
The what?
The glue box. That was the organ that Frieza hit. It was Piccolo's glue box. That's what he was aiming for.
What the fuck you? What the fuck is this? The Glubuck?
Rockstrap, back me up. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. He fucking Frieza hit Piccolo with the death beam, and he was like, he was like, I'm fucking going for your glue block or whatever. And Piccolo was like, that's not my glue block. And he was like, I'll hit it eventually. And he fucking like lights him up with like 20 of them bitches. And Piccolo was like, you're not familiar with our people's anatomy.
That has to be some Team 4-star shit you're talking about.
It is.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, bro.
It's been a hot minute, dude.
All right, Seven Ninja, you were on something. Go ahead.
My point was simply like, you know, when I think about like, it seems like a key blast needs to take him out, but whenever I see Piccolo drop from a piercing attack, I'm like, how'd that knock you down like that? Like, there's no way. Like, you should be fine. It's like if his arm got chopped off, he could just bring his arm back. So,
Yeah, I think
it's
Piccolo
weird if
was.
he goes down, but
More writing? I don't know.
yeah.
I feel like Piccolo was at pretty low percentage, like 1% battery iPhones or something. Him himself.
Toriyama's great, but open to criticism.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the only thing like that evens Vegeta and Frieza out for me is the fact that Frieza's racist versus Vegeta. Like Vegeta's reasoning for destroying planets is less than Frieza, which makes him more of an asshole. But what evens them out is Frieza's racist to me. Like I'd still pick Goku over them because like Goku outclasses them and makes them feel humiliated afterwards. You know, like after like the hyperbolic time chamber, like Goku's talking about how like they shouldn't train for too long, and then Vegeta is over here like, you sound like you're better than me now, and then like Goku's over here like, yeah, we all know who's better, Vegeta. And he's like, what? Like he's straight up disrespectful to these people, you know.
If you can put your if you can put yourself in like the perspective of one of Goku's friends, you start to realize how fucking frustrating it is to be friends with this dude. That's what makes Goku an asshole.
Krillin sees all of it, though. That's the worst part. Krillin sees all of it, and it's just it's the only.
That's why I didn't bring up Krillin for this debate, because there's one asshole moment that Krillin had for damn sure, and it's not the 18 situation. It's when he was watching Goku sleep, and he was like, "Let me throw a rock at this motherfucker." Imagine being Goku just waking up, dude. What the fuck, man? You just throw a rock at me? I'm trying to take a nap.
I would still say that's actually not that much of an asshole move, because like you hear his inner monologue like, oh man, Goku's so strong, like he's probably gonna sense this rock coming before it even hits him, watch. And then boom, like he thought he had full on faith in his friend that he would stop that rock before it hit him, and it just backfired, bro. Seven Ninja,
Wait,
I think you were saying
Krillin
something.
might be the biggest asshole.
I mean, what I was thinking about was just like I was thinking about like the idea, like, you know, Krillin sees it all. He's got to be just playing his cards right. Because truth be told, listen, if I was Krillin and I seen this dude give people senzu beans and not killing the evil bad guy at the very end, I mean, legitimately, I don't know how I'd feel about that dude. Because I'd be like, bro, these guys are trying to kill us. Kill it.
You know, you saw what Tien and Yamcha did, huh? They fucking backed off. Yamcha was like, fuck fighting. I'm gonna go be a baseball player. Tien was like, I'm opening a dojo. You guys are good on your own.
All right, for the last one, Zamasu, Seven Ninja. Why or why not would you pick? Is your pick more or less of an asshole than Zamasu?
The thing about Zamasu is that we have to kind of think about it on the idea of why did he do it, and it's like it's the idea that they had the ability to do time travel. And I mean, if you're raised in an area, it's not like with Frieza's situation where he's just straight up being racist. When you're raised in an area where you're like, you know the rules, you know you have to follow them, and then you just see mortals just trouncing around on the rules. Like, I don't care who you are, when you see someone get special privilege, now maybe you argue that, you know, the gods didn't really see it happen, but when you see someone get special privilege and you know that it would be reprehensible if you did it, like, it kind of just irritates you to a great degree. And so Zamasu, on a deity level, seeing someone reach not only the level of the gods and like a god key, but also or even tapping into god key, but even going as far as time travel and stuff like that, I somewhat get it. Now, is he is he worse than Frieza? I don't think so. I mean, he wanted to do the mortal plan, zero mortal plan, because of Goku and them, but like, I don't know, wasn't they bringing humans back, I guess? Was his plan? Was he planning on bringing mortals back at some point? Was it just because if he would have killed all the mortals, they would have had to bring them back in some shape or form. It couldn't have been any other way. 'Cause I 100% could see Omni King killing him, 100%. But going back, I mean, though I still don't think he beats Frieza. Zamasu's more of a god trying to establish some order, even if it's corrupted, still order. Frieza is just a tyrant that does what he wants. And this time it's destroying a planet. Now, maybe we argue the idea that Frieza did it because Beerus wanted him to. I mean, Beerus was a pretty terrible figure at the time. But at the end of the day, before we even knew about it in Z, the whole reason he did that was because he was worried about the Saiyans toppling him, so grabbing more power against him. So I think that would probably be worse. I think just because truth be told, if he would have never even attacked Planet Vegeta and just kept the Saiyans under him, he would have been fine. But the reality of the situation is he caused his own problem. I still think Frieza's got it, 100%.
Wait, your pick is Andrew 17 and 18 though.
Well, I'm talking about
17.
over those two. It's Frieza. But when it comes to 17 and 18, 17 and 18 are just, they're just terrorizing a planet. It's not, I think I said it before, like Broly's terrorizing, but he'll destroy it at some point, right? With them, they were just only terrorizing an area. And truth be told, if they could have got off the planet, they would have been terrorizing other areas. It would not surprise me. I mean, shoot, we don't even know how long they were terrorizing that planet, but it was long enough for baby Trunks, to become a teenager. Yeah. It was long enough. They had enough buildings. They had enough people still alive to terrorize for that long, and they were still enjoying it. So
they got rid of country music.
So that's a redeeming quality then.
No.
100%. Dang. Two against one. Cold sauce. What you gonna do about that, man?
Man, look,
me personally,
I can't even argue against it because I can't. Like, there's not, the country music genre is known for making people depressed.
That's not what I know.
Like, if you asked me, if you asked me to make you a playlist of songs that will make you cry, every fucking one of them is gonna be a country song.
Oh no, the country songs that my friends show me is like "I fucked my cousin" or some shit like that. That's some weirdo shit.
That's your friends trying to make fun of country culture.
I mean, it's
like,
a real,
like it or not, bro. We got really good genes in our family. That's why we try to keep them in the family.
I live in Iowa, which is all country towns except maybe 5 cities, right? So like the majority of the people I know love country music. I am not one of them. When I worked at a place on a dock with the radio that spanned the whole entire dock, I cannot tell you how many hours I And it wasn't up to me what radio station it was on, right? It was whoever was in charge. Cannot tell you how many hours I listened to songs about a dirt road. A dirt road.
Hang on, bro. Did you not hear the amount of bullshit that came out of Hunter's mouth just a second ago?
That was not bullshit. I know it's hard for your city boy mentality to understand, but we really are like that down here.
I mean,
Like, I remember when I was in middle school, when me and my friends started like dating girls and shit, our parents would tell us, don't date no girls from Pierre Park, because you related. There's no like, it might be like 2 or 3 generations down, but you related. If you're from Pierre Park and she's from Pierre Park, y'all are cousins. Don't date.
So keep it in the family then?
A lot of people do.
Lord, bro. Alright.
I mean, we were talking to cool.
My bad. What were you saying, Brockshire? I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Country girls got big butts.
No, I'm just saying, like, country music, Like, if you just have a catchy tune and you're singing about a dirt road and billions of people love it, then I don't understand why, but... Going out in the field, drinking beer in the back of your freaking pickup bed, watching fireworks and lightning bugs and... Okay, yeah, cool, I guess the song's somewhat relatable because I've experienced that, sure.
Listen, bro.
The reason country music has so much of the same shit talked about is because there's nothing else going on around here. It's just a big boring fucking area. The only way that we can get happy is like doing drugs and shit. It's just
Listen, bro. The whole world could like Centenario tequila. That doesn't make it good, bro.
What's that? What's Centenario tequila? What is that?
The stuff I'm drinking.
Oh, okay.
Drinking
Well,
now?
Squall's about to get a little notification on Twitch.
Oh shit. Alright, I'm gonna cut the Twitch stream real quick. Anyways. Alright, I think we Alright, after everything we've discussed so far. What's your guys' final thoughts? Who's your final answer on like who's the biggest asshole? And then we can move on to Dragon Ball Daima. Alright, Brockstrap, go first.
I'm gonna go with my original plan, man. Frieza, for sure. Grade A, arrogant, more arrogant than Vegeta. Destroyed more planets than Vegeta, or Zamasu, or maybe even Beerus, who knows? Just tyrannical Napoleon Bonaparte complex. Freaking just everybody's giving him any reason that he wants to find to like take them out. I'm trying to think of anybody that's actually ever caught his respect outside of maybe the Ginyu Force.
Never.
Yeah, like he's just the best of everybody, always, of all time, for no reason other than I'm just the best, and I'm gonna like speaking of Goku thinking he's the best, and I'm gonna show you I'm the best. It's Frieza's like nobody's better than me ever. Period. Even right. Like with the gods and stuff, right? Like Beerus, like, oh, I'll find a way. You know, like it's Frieza.
Alright, 7 is your final answer.
17 and 18, and ask, see what chat's talking about. If they say anything about this, but 17 and 18, I'm just saying, I'm gonna terrorize a planet until a kid, a baby, an infant becomes a whole teenager. That's a lot of time.
Not even until. It's not like they were gonna stop.
I'll DM you guys the combined chat I have. Just don't type in it because like it's gonna send a message to every single platform I'm on.
All right.
Let me see.
I mean, look. I kind of want to say Android 17, I can't say both of them. I can't talk bad about mommy, but they did redeem themselves after the tournament. Like even 17 redeemed himself. You know, he brought everybody back. You know, he was living on Earth peacefully as a park ranger. Those super androids, you know, they redeemed themselves, but Frieza did all that shit, got his life back, just out of sheer generosity. It just gave him his life back. They were like, you know, we're gonna be nice to you, even though you've literally only ever been an asshole. And then he gets his life back, and Frieza was like, you know, I'm still gonna keep being an asshole, right? So I gotta go with Frieza.
I should have wrote it down. There's something one of you guys said that I wanted to disagree. Oh, there's actually secret cold sauce. Yeah, you made the argument that 17 and 18 redeemed themselves. I agree with that, but that was a different timeline. In Future Trunks' timeline, they were the biggest assholes. They didn't redeem themselves until they died. That's the only redeeming quality, is that Trunks killed them. So I'm actually changing my answer from Goku to Android 17 and 18. I'm gonna have to give it to 7 Ninja for bringing that one up. Yes, from the future timeline.
17.
Oh yeah, that was like both timelines, 17s combined.
Oh, like GT?
Yes. That is my answer. Alrighty, peeps. Now we will get on with segment 2, Dragon Ball Diamond discussion.
I want to start off the Diamond discussion.
Go for it. We're back. Video's done, so go for it. What you got for us?
All right, so the first thing I want to bring up in Daima before I forget, in this latest episode, we see these special forces guys come in. All right, speaking of assholes, okay, they come into this fucking grocery store and they're like, you know, when you're as strong as us, you can buy as much candy as you want, blah, blah, blah. They get over there and then they realize, oh, like, we don't fucking have enough money for all this. And so they just give them like 2 candy bars left, but then also they still walk out with a bag of fucking snacks each. There's bags in their hands. So, but the thing I really wanted to bring up was their introduction. This time we see them, they're all like chilling, eating snacks, and they're, oh shit, the boss is here. Let's get in our position. So they fucking stand at attention and they do their thing. And I'm like, oh good, they're professionals. They're not gonna Ginyu Force this shit and make them all fucking aggravating. And then immediately I was choking on my words because they started doing these.
As soon as you saw 5, you didn't think there was 5 of them, just like the Ginyu 5. You didn't think there was. Oh man, I knew immediately when I saw 5. I'm like, these are gonna be the Ginyu guys again. I expected it.
I was like, I saw 5 and I was like, I hope to God they don't do like the Ginyu Force and make them all.
Oh, I was hoping they would.
And then they went and got in position and they looked professional for like 2 seconds. I was like, yes, thank God. And then they just start hitting the fucking poses, and I'm like, son of a bitch, man. And then the icing on the cake, number 4, his pose was a V. Bro, you're a V, okay? You have to be number 5. That's the number 5 Roman numeral, is a V. So yeah, that aggravated me.
You know, I didn't know it was gonna be the Ginyu Force until like they started doing like the little poses, and then the flashing lights gave them each their own little color. Ooh, I was like, oh god damn it, bro. Yeah, it was like one was red, one was green, one was purple, one was blue, and I forget what the 5th color was. It's like, no, bro, not again, bro. Not recycling old ideas, bro. This feels exactly like Like, bro, I mean, all right. So, in the future, right? If this team ends up being ass instead of completely washing our guys, okay, it's an original idea. But like when the original Ginyu Force first showed up, they were goofy, dumb, eccentric, and they completely washed the floor with our heroes until like Goku arrived. And like even Ginyu was like still kind of a problem, even though Goku was like way stronger than him. So like the Ginyu Force was nothing to mess around with when they first were introduced. If these guys are nothing to mess around with, I'm gonna be disappointed. If they're just garbage, all right, cool. Like some different. I hope so.
Let me just go ahead and go ahead and kill your hopes. Okay, they have dominated everything they've ever fought. This whole Daima episode and Daima in general, they're gonna dominate them. Just suck it up. Just
definitely gonna dominate. They were scared because they beat the Tamagami. Like, of course they're gonna get their asses kicked.
He said I peed myself at the mention of that.
Yeah.
Squall, I want you to just pick it up, suck it up, and just enjoy the dive of going this.
I like the fact that the Majin Doos and Kus can beat a Tamagami, and our main characters can defeat a Tamagami, and no one else did. That immediately puts them few above all other people in the Daima world, in my eyes, except for that random ass Kraken.
Speaking of Krakens, what did you say, Brock? Should I cut you off?
Oh, I was just saying they're just gonna be meat shields for King what's his name, Goma? That's all they're gonna be.
But speaking of Krakens, Magetta? The planet? Magetta.
Oh, Magetta was a robot in Super.
No. The planet that they went to with the kid and the dog.
The big ass, the giant, the Megath or something like that, right? Magath?
Oh, yeah.
Magath.
Bro.
That shit was so stupid. I hated watching that.
What? Why?
There was so much stuff going on in that fight that I was like so many times I'm like, Goku, you can fly, and like just stupid little things like that. Like, I don't know, like when he got stuck in the fur of the creature, like just go up, just he was like, oh, I can't find the exit, fucking Kamehameha through his shirt, like. Fucking.
So when does Goku just ever do the smart idea? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah, you're the biggest Goku hater. You should know this.
I'm not just talking about Goku. Like they fucking, for one, Goku and Vegeta staying in base form during that fight. Like, Vegeta, we just saw you go Super Saiyan 3, bro. Like, I don't know why y'all looking at this giant and you're like, oh my god, we're so scared. Like, bro, you're more powerful. Like, we know you are.
I got an answer for you. I got 100% answer for you. And it's always, you know how they always want to test their enemy before they really go full power? They were probably testing them out and it was like, you know what? We don't need all that power for him. But Goku had to go Super Saiyan to block the hand.
Yep, I agree with that. They felt his power and was like, he ain't that guy.
Goku had to go Super Saiyan to free himself from a fucking book sack.
Oh yeah, that did happen. That was. It does make me wonder
that shit
though.
Aggravated me, bro.
If he had to go Super Saiyan for something like that, and then the kid potentially could do the same thing to him in some shape or form. Because that book was rested. It's not like he was putting any force on it. That book is rested.
Goku fell into that. Listen, he fell into that.
Yeah.
For completely conscious. I'm like, Goku, you can fly. And then like whenever there was something like headed straight for him, when he did the Kamehameha, he's like, I'm not gonna make it in time. I'm like, you can teleport. Fucking stupid, bro.
Set it up to good old Goku dumbness.
That doesn't make any sense. Time is irrelevant to Goku.
So I think it's safe
Speed is irrelevant.
So I think it's safe to assume that you hated the last couple episodes, Hunter.
Oh, I mean, there wasn't nothing fucking awesome happening. I mean, we saw Neva do that thing where he opened up the portals, which I was like, all right, like, you know, we've seen this dude do really powerful shit, but, and this is like my own personal thoughts getting in the way of it, but like when I saw the force fields and I saw like it shocked Goku through the power pole, like the next thing that I thought was gonna happen was that Piccolo was gonna special beam cannon and break that force field. But I mean, we didn't learn almost anything. It was just like 2 episodes of just stuff happening. There wasn't any real progression in the story.
All it was world building. That's all that was.
Alright, Seven Ninja, what were your thoughts on the last couple episodes?
I mean, I took it like how Brockstrap takes it. It's a kind of a comedy episode. He's gonna enjoy it for what it is. You know, it was kind of cool to see, you know, a gigantic race. It made me think about the fact that if Goku went Super Saiyan on a rested book that had no real compression, then that kid possibly could have done the same thing. Would he need to go Super Saiyan 3 against an adult? You know, I gotta know. And then, would that even be enough? Could Beerus beat a giant? That's what I need to know. And I also want to see what a Giga Planet looks like. I was thinking about that dog, and them ticks, bro, were huge. When I saw them, I was like, them ticks are huge. Holy crap. Man, them ticks were huge. I thought it was kind of cool that the dog is the reason. Like, they had a whole battle with something that wasn't really a thing. It kind of made me think, like, I was looking at the giant kid, like, you know, I guess this is what flies are like, you know, you're trying to get the fly away from you, but it keeps staying there, you know. I kind of got to see it from the fly's perspective a little bit. Of course, the fly will just keep trying to stay on you anyway. I was thinking the whole time, like, what if Goku and Vegeta tried to lead the kid away? I felt like that could have done something there. They never did, you know. I was just like, that's a little bit weird. I mean, that would have been the easiest plan, but, you know, again, it's Goku and Vegeta. The plans are not exactly their thing. So that was kind of cool, I guess. Then it comes down to the Bulma and Pansy kind of. I mean, we were seeing earlier stages of their bonding, but to see the bond get even better. I mean, I literally thought Pansy was the Bulma of Daima, and then to see Bulma and her are really hitting it off, I'm just like, it just says more to what I said earlier. So I thought it was kind of cool seeing them do that. Using the big guy, I forgot his name, as a stool was kind of funny. He does not show emotion whatsoever. You kind of have to just piece it through with his actions more than anything, but he does not show emotion whatsoever. And
talking about the dot eyes guy.
Yeah, dot eyes guy. Seeing Neva open the shielding, I actually kind of expected him to be able to do it. I was a bit surprised that Piccolo at least didn't go down to grab Goku when he fell off the plane. I was sitting there thinking, like, you know, I could see Vegeta letting him fall. It just makes sense for his character. Piccolo, you know, he's like the better guy in this rivalry friendship looking thing. So that was a bit weird. Seeing Neva, I saw it as foreshadowing when Neva shot the ball of energy and it landed on the shield faster than Goku could fall down and hit the shield. And the only reason I see it as foreshadowing, and this is on two fronts, is on the one front we heard Goku say I will not have enough time to make it over there, and so he shoots a ki blast, which means that may play a role later, because we did see Neva shoot a ball of energy down towards the shield as well. I'm wondering if we'll see something with that later on in Daima, because they seem to be doing this idea. Well, okay, I guess we could always say this. We've kind of always known a ki blast can be faster than an individual, but we've never actually, I would say, seen it played out into a kind of example, I guess. So I do want to see something happen with that. What you gonna say something, Brockstrap?
Yeah, the character's name is Hybis. Hybis. Hybis, the guy being used.
The Dot Eyes guy?
But with the little curly.
Yeah. I just looked up Dot Eyes guy Dragon Ball Daima.
But I want to see something about that. Now they're falling into the demon world, Warp Sama. I mean, there's some questions I got, but like for the most part, let you guys speak, because I can keep going, I promise you.
Brockstrap, what's your thoughts on the last two episodes?
So I think episode 16. No, I'm sorry, 14.
14?
13 and 14.
13 was the one that I think a lot of, and I was listening again. I get the opportunity to listen to not a podcast, so I get what a few other people are also saying about Daima as well. And one person said that they thought this was the episode that a lot of the Daima wannabe haters would think that the whole show is. So I think if you threw on episode 13 of Dragon Ball Daima and showed anybody, and that's their first experience with the series itself, and that's going to be a turnoff. The redeeming qualities about it are probably the graphics and the ambience, right? Like, you got the cool lighting effects, and it's really, like, artistically, it's really pretty. A few scenes, and the world is pretty cool. Something to me is kind of silly about giant hamsters, and then Goku's fear of actually harming the hamster was kind of funny in itself. But nothing of any consequence came from that episode until the very, very end, like few seconds, where Dagesu goes in and pulls the lever to turn off Warp Sama. So, like, you could just add that whole sequence of Dagesu doing Warp Sama, throw it in any other episode, or the end of episode 12 for that matter, and like the same thing would be accomplished. So it was just one of those, like, world building episodes, really, lore building. It shows Goku's kind of like sense for adventure, because at the end of the episode when they were taking off in the ship that crashed for like the nth time, he was looking back, kind of like wanting, because like they're on a mission here to go get Dende and restore their life to how it was before Goma came in and threw a wrench and everything. But like, it's still, Goku still has a hard time like fighting his, his instincts, right? His urges to go and just do whatever he wants, find stronger people to fight, explore, figure out what else is out there. So, as far as 14 goes, man, as soon as I saw that fighting force, I knew it was gonna be, well, because even in Super you get that too, right? With the Pride Troopers or whatever from Universe 11. There's Toriyama, I think, had a thing for the Power Ranger style teams, right? So like, you had Inu Force. I don't know what they would have had in Dragon Ball, but in Super you had the Pride Troopers all doing their little, like, all 10 of them had their pose, right? And you're like, oh, the Ginyu Force. And then now you have these guys here in Daima, and you're like, oh, Ginyu Force. Like, it's not the first time there's been a, return of that style of team So for people to like hate on this, but not to like think about that with the Pride Troopers as well, I don't understand why this one's the problem and that one wasn't. And I'm just that's a blanket statement. I'm not like trying to aim. Like it's Toriyama is known for reusing the same stuff from from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z to Super to I don't know, GT even kind of reused some of the same stuff too. I can't think of a specific instance because FGT I guess, but like
Even
I don't know.
Toriyama said FGT.
It's just a little bit interesting, I guess, to like see, or even the android. What Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 in the movie, didn't they have their own little poses as well?
Yeah.
I think so.
Like
Yeah.
one had the so like I mean it's just a recurring thing. Not surprised
Well,
to see it, I guess.
They actually gave like a good reason for them, for Gamma and whatever, to act the way they did. The dude that created him, he was like a big comic book fan, and so he made him specifically to be
Apparently
like
Toriyama
comic
was,
book.
too.
Yeah, like, but
Right? No, I get that. I get that. So, but again, like regardless of the reason that they did it, they still did it. So like, I don't know. I just and as far as the convenience store scene, that was kind of interesting. Like people that didn't know that they were because okay, in this Battle of Dragon Ball collection, right? You have the Goku faction, you have the Arensu, Ku and Du faction, and then you have the Goma and his underling faction. So like it was interesting seeing an interaction between Ku and Du, who are going to eventually be at odds with this Ginyu Force team, right? But they didn't know that they were at odds, and these guys are actually just being nice.
right.
And to say that like they're jerks or whatever for not being able to afford what I mean, they still went out of their way to at least give Du and Ku chocolate. So I mean, if it's all they could have, I mean, they could have chosen not to give them anything.
Well, look, I'm glad you brought that up, because my first thought when they saw him in the store, I was like, oh, those are kids. Like the dude said, there's kids that are coming over here, and don't underestimate them. I was like, oh, they're gonna get the wrong guys. They're gonna be like, we gotta fucking fight these dudes. And then like, not only that, but both fucking Ku and Du have the Majin mark on their belt buckles. So like, if these special forces motherfuckers like actually had brains, they would have been like, either these are the kids the dude was telling us about, or either way, they're threats because they got the fucking Majin mark on their belts.
I think the scenarios that happened, I think how it played out is probably the biggest reason they probably didn't jump to conclusions. And it's just a simple matter of they entered a store, like not really, I mean, because you know, kids like to like put on capes, they like to do a little cosplay, stuff like that. It wouldn't be too surprising to think that like a kid wants to mimic the Majin outfit a little bit. They are weird looking, sure, but like, I mean, demons are weird looking. I mean, you could see them anywhere. They're pretty weird looking.
For sure.
So I think like it comes down to it, like it's kind of how they entered the store. They were already in the store. They were thinking, you know, everyone knows who we are, but it seems like no one knows who they are. And then like, you know, you got the two kids walking in and they're like, you know, looking at the food. They're not even really paying attention to each other to even think that there are issues. And as far as Ku and Du are as far as they expect, they don't think the German army is after them yet. So,
right.
I don't even think Goma said anything either about them yet.
This isn't even Ku and Du's first public appearance either. Like, they fought Tamagami #1, and then there was a whole crowd that came out afterwards not seeing Du or Ku as a threat at all. So, like, they're completely unknowns. I'm not sure how long ago Boo was created, but it seems only like a select few ever actually referenced Boo. And I don't know how old Boo was or what time he was created versus the birth of any other demon literally in the whole entire realm of the demons. So like, I don't know how much Boo's actually on the radar as the threat of all existence outside of those who like specifically know about him.
We've also got
but
to
yeah,
look at Go ahead, Brock. Go ahead.
well, no, just like because again, they weren't seen as a threat with the Tamagami fight. So like, and I don't know outside of them fighting with the Tamagami also, like Igesu and Goma don't even know really much about them at all. So as far as they know, Miyarensu has them under their control, but like it seems that Goma is more concerned with Goku and his friends than Irinsu and whatever she's got going on. So like
Hey, he's so fucking
the
strong.
immediate
Goku
threat
and them-
being right, the immediate
like he
threat being
forgot
Goku
about
and his party, like I'm not sure that he would even reference Dooku and Irinsu to the team, the Ginyu Force, when the immediate threat would be Goku and his team, his party. So I don't know. That could be an explanation as to why they didn't have any beef there in the convenience store or nothing. Like it would have just been off their radar entirely.
Squall, did you like crawl into your chair and then get up? Like you just like appeared from under the screen. Like
No, what the hell?
So I did want to bring up this though. We got to see Ku and Do be formed, but wasn't Majin Buu in an egg before we saw anything?
Like you're talking about original DBZ?
That's what he was sealed into, though.
Yeah, he was sealed.
He was sealed into that, right?
I thought it was an egg that he had to be hatched from, because he was like, you know, they needed power to be able to do it. I mean, a seal would more or less need, like, I don't know, a key of some kind, or a way
it was,
like a straight up power busting attack.
I remember like he was
I was
sealed
under
in
the
it,
assumption
but
he was too strong to be killed.
yeah, so they sealed him in something, and then also it was the energy that they absorbed. Like they were telling Gohan and them, they were like, don't power up a lot, because the energy that they absorb from you is gonna be like, is gonna determine how strong Boo becomes. Like Boo could have came back as weak as like Boo and Do.
So, the little egg. So the little egg you're talking about, Seven Ninja, it was created by Bibbidi, father. He sealed Majin Buu in that thing. Like, and you know they don't use anything but magic because they're weak as fuck regardless. If they didn't have that magic, and it's more of like you're talking about the big purple veiny thing, right?
Yeah, like the big egg.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it is.
It better not be purple. That ain't a good thing, bro.
It depends on how hard you get.
Nah, I don't know about that one.
Oh god. Anyways,
You started it, Squall.
shut up. See, Secret Cold Sauce, he's always on your side, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, he knows which side is
Fighting
right.
all of you right now. I'm on my own side right now. What are you talking about?
Okay, so you guys brought up some pretty good points. I was listening. Like the whole fact that none of the Majin Doos and Kus were ever referenced by anybody, which is kind of weird, given the fact that like Goku, like the whole demon world knows who Goku is based off of his one little scuffle with like the little army troops. And then once he defeated the Tamagami, now he's like definitely known across all the lands, searching far and wide, each Pokemon to understand all that good stuff. But yeah, so it just kind of baffles me that the Majin Doos and Kus aren't more well known, in my opinion.
Well, there is one thing that does come to mind, and it's that idea of their entrance, the first impression they gave off. Ku and Do are not just destroying things. The way Kid Buu acts, if Kid Buu is the starter, right, is he's very wild and chaotic, versus Ku and Do are very controlled. So I see some random, I don't necessarily know how strong they are, and they're not going out of their way to harm me in any shape or form. I mean, I'm not going to treat them badly for no reason. And then, like, if they're behaving well, I mean, especially Ku goes into the store, buys stuff, and comes back. He's not just stealing from them. I mean, they haven't really built a rep of they are dangerous. I mean, maybe you go with the saying, like, there were some demons that fought the Tamagami, and one of them won. But as far as you know, it's just some yellow guy with white pants on.
Well, there's that, but there's also the reason Goku is well known in the demon world right now is because he had got in trouble with the law, like with that bar fight and shit. He's a wanted man before he made it to the Tamagami. So this dude was on television and shit. They were like, we gotta get this fucking dude. Not just against the law, but against the mafia too. He fucked up some gangsters in that bar fight. So
Yeah.
That was a good part. I thoroughly enjoyed episode 13 and 14. I mean, not so much 14. 14 was kind of mid. And like, there's one guy in my Twitch stream the other day. He said like episode 13 after it came out, he's like, that was the most trash episode ever. And I was like, in like all of Dragon Ball or just in Daima? He was like, all in Daima. Like, okay, so I think like in a previous podcast, like I think it was Nerding Out. Like I brought up the example of like, you know, when someone, like, we were talking about Avatar and Dragon Ball Evolution, like when someone like gives you their opinion, oh, this movie is so bad, and then like when you go watch the movie, you're expecting it to be like way down here, but if it's just like right here, you're gonna be like, oh, it's actually kind of good, I liked it, you know. So like I think he said it was so trash, so my expectations were way down here. So when I watched it, I was like, it's not that bad. Like I actually kind of liked the episode, you know. Even though it was just bullshit filler world building, I thought it was good. It had some decent animation, you know. It was like, it had like some cool visuals here or there, like and there's like possible story building for later, you know. Like we only seen the child Magath, and probably we're gonna see an adult Magath, and we're gonna see a Gigath later, you know. All right, go ahead, Brockstrap.
Are you implying that Dragon Ball Evolution was anything but trash?
No, Dragon Ball Evolution was straight garbage, bro. It's terrible.
If he would have said that, the whole stream
right
would have crashed.
Nah,
I was
because
just
like
trying to.
we would've all
Like, I'm
got
pretty
struck
sure
by
you weren't
lightning.
alluding. I'm pretty sure you weren't alluding to that it was like okay, but like just the way that it was phrased, I was like,
yeah, because like
that wasn't trash.
The movie sucks,
perfect
even
way
if
to
you don't know anything about Dragon Ball.
well, we were talking
You
about
don't
like
have to
right.
be a Dragon Ball to
we,
hate
we,
that.
we're talking to Stuff Central because he's never seen Avatar. Hunter thinks the Avatar live action movie was good. I think it was straight garbage. The not the blue Avatar, like the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. Like the movie.
No, didn't they
Oh,
make a
Blue-
second live action Aang movie?
Well,
I thought
that
they
was
were
a
making
show.
the second one.
That was a
it
show.
out
The
yet?
show was
Oh.
decent. The show was decent. The
So
movie
they
was
have a
straight
live action
garbage.
movie and a live action show.
Yeah, the live action show
I thought
came
they were
out
two
like
different-
last
okay.
year. But yeah, like so like basically, I mean, going off topic, but like my
Yeah.
example for that is usually when they set your expectations low. Like it's right here, it's gonna be good, but people were setting my expectations super low for the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie, and it was actually like that low when I watched it.
Gotcha.
I think you just hating, bro.
Nah, I just have better taste.
Anyway, back to Daima. Like these last couple episodes of Daima, I mean, I did say a bunch of shit that's like it was aggravating me and all, but it wasn't any worse than any of the other. I don't think we can call them filler episodes, but just I guess boring episodes where no story progression actually happens. It's world building episodes. It still wasn't terrible episodes.
Yeah,
I did, however, I want to bring up this last episode, or maybe the last two episodes, has started to change my opinion on the old Namekian. His name's Neva.
Yes.
Yeah, part of me was like, this dude is like a evil sorcerer, and he's secretly conniving, and he's gonna be a big bad later on. But in these last 2 episodes, I'm kind of leaning more towards he sees hope in like us, our Z fighters and shit, and it's kind of like maybe these dudes can save us from this new tyrannical demon king, and maybe that's why he came in. I'm starting to more get that vibe, and my prediction now for him as a character is that he's gonna leave the demon world with us and go be the new elder guru on New Namek.
Interesting perspective. I kind of like it though. Like when he brought down the shield and he was the creator of the shield and he created warp samas. I think I remember that part correctly. I can't remember. Someone correct me if I'm wrong about that.
He saved the Namekian people of the demon world whenever he did that. He's a legendary savior to the Namekians. And I mean, even Piccolo gave him props. He was like, "You're a legend."
Yeah, that was pretty cool to me. Like the fact that he can do all this stuff. He created these things. I mean, it doesn't surprise me because of the fact that he brought back the Dragon Balls like to full strength or whatever. I mean, I think we've seen Kami might have done that once in a lesser fashion, but the way Neva did it was like way more. It was portrayed way more cooler in my opinion. Hell no, we got some fucking bots on Twitch. 7 Ninja looks
are you frozen or are you just sitting still?
I think he's sitting still.
What?
Yeah, he's blinking.
Oh, he blinked. Fucking stone face, bro.
I'm focused. I'm looking at stuff.
7
I
Ninja.
feel like
how do y'all feel about
5
Neva?
or 6 or 7 different times. I like him. I never felt like he was going to be like, even when he was there initially at the beginning with Goma and Degesu, right, to collect the Earth Dragon Balls, it didn't feel like he was part of the team necessarily. It just seemed like he was a third party that did the thing that he did because he could. I don't know. But then when they met up with them, and then Piccolo's like, "Hey, I'm calling you out for your garbage," and then he was all like, like, I don't know. He just always felt like a neutral party to me. So, not to say that he doesn't have his own ulterior motives, probably, but like, it definitely. I'm not getting like a Demon King Piccolo from Dragon Ball vibe or nothing. So like, I don't know.
Well, so
if he's as smart as he's letting off, I'm sure he probably doesn't want Goma in that seat. But I'm not sure that like he wants to take the Demon King seat for himself.
Yeah, I mean, the first scene, like when they brought him to Earth and shit, that was when I was getting evil Neva vibes. Because, like, even, like, who's the current Demon King, the little short dude? What's his name?
Goma.
Goma?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, like, he brought him there, and the balls were inert at the time because they had just used a wish or whatever, and like he could have just like, if he was just an innocent third party that was being forced to do this, he could have just been like, they're not gonna work, we're gonna have to wait a year. But he just freely was like, nah, that doesn't matter to me, and went through with Goma's plans anyway. So to me, he was just as on board with Goma as Goma was, even more so than that Kai dude whenever I saw him there. But now lately, I see how much he's helping our warriors, and I'm losing these vibes.
Well, okay, since we're so far into it, at the beginning, yes, I see exactly how you thought. How else, if he wasn't able to take Goma and Degesu and any of the Tamagamis on himself, which he probably could since he's like in charge of the Tamagamis or whatever. He's an older guy, he does magic. If he doesn't think that he can beat Degesu or Goma for that matter, then what's the only other way to get Goku and his party into the demon realm? Like, he would have to find some kind of plan. Maybe he went with it because he knew Goku and the everybody else would come and help push his cause to get Goma. I wouldn't say usurp Goma, but like just to get Goma out of his seat, right? Like if Nava didn't think he could do it himself, then maybe he went along just in order to like create a reason for Goku and everyone to come into the demon realm to take care of it for him. Not out of like.
I wanna agree with you, but I don't even know if Neva knew about Goku's existence or the fact that Goku was the one that beat Majin Buu. Like like when they forced Neva, they had already had that conversation, and then they went grab Neva and they were like, "You're coming with us, and it's a need to know basis, and you don't need to know." Like that wasn't the exact words, but that was the kind of how it went. So Neva was just doing this shit. And like, I feel like if he would have known about Goku and them, like you were saying, and he would have been there and would have been like, "Oh, the balls are inert." I think he would have been like, "I can't use the Dragon Balls right now," because Goma didn't know that he could replenish their power like that. And then also like we're on the planet with the guy that Goma is trying to make enemies with, who beat Majin Buu. Like, of course I'm gonna stall for time if I'm trying to get somebody to defeat Goma. That's why I was at that time. I was like,
true.
This dude, yeah. So I don't know. Like maybe he was, maybe like
other problems. Sorry, go ahead.
maybe he saw, you know, he saw Goku and them like in the demon world and was like, "Oh, like these dude's got like a lot of power, a lot of potential and shit." And then watching Vegeta fight, you know, he upgraded the Tamagami, and then Vegeta still completely washed the floor with him. And I think that for Neva was like, "I'm putting all my eggs in this basket."
Could be.
I definitely see your points. Yeah, I mean, especially since he went as far as like once Warp Sama was down, he took down the shield. Like that's a pretty big thing to do for the enemy, you know, quote unquote enemy, you know. So it does give me he's actually a good guy vibes.
I mean, that just seems like a neutral move. I mean, his main goal is to live longer. So Paul, he's like, all right, I possibly can get my wish if I help the Saiyans out versus if I help Goma. Goma seems like he'll cheat him in a heartbeat. He's just trying to get like everything to work out for his favor. But the Saiyans, more than likely, he's been around them. He sees their nature. I can probably get my wish back, and especially because of the 3-wish thing, he probably thinks Dende might be willing to give him a wish, you know, for helping. I can see it happening. I don't know, man. I'm hating Goma more and more every day because I'm just like, you're not. I feel like Neva lost. What'd you say?
Doesn't deserve the spot he's in is the vibe we keep getting. But
yeah,
the Supreme Kai's sister did say, "Don't fucking underestimate Goma." So like, there's power there, you know.
Yeah, but he's underestimating himself at this point. He's just too afraid. Like, I'm not saying I don't understand why he is afraid, but it is as if he has not made. I think I said this before on a previous episode. Dagesu, or whatever his name is, the brother of Shin, is pretty much the man with the plan at all times. He's done every possible move that possibly could have shaken them off. And so what it comes down to it, I don't, they're not giving me a reason to feel that Goma's a real threat. And that kind of annoys me, but it causes me to think that Neva lost some respect for him because he realized, like, this dude's not gonna achieve anything. Like, he's going to fail. It's only a matter of time. He's not giving me a sign of nothing. And every move that he's made with, we could start it off with the first Odaiba. I mean, what does he do? He doesn't fight the Tamagami, which made him think that he's a honorable fighter, or at least someone that's worthy of the Dragon Balls. What does he do? I'm gonna bypass and go to Earth or the Light Realm and get the Dragon Balls from there because they get like 3 wishes. So like everything that Neva sees in Goma says that this guy isn't worth shit, and he's going to fail at any given moment. It's just a matter of time.
I could definitely see that perspective. I'm having trouble seeing the Supreme Kai brother being the man with the plan. A little bit. He's more like the lackey, the blindly loyal lackey in my eyes. I mean, he might be strong as fuck too. Who knows? They haven't seen anything from him. I do want to bring up the fact that like when Goma told the Supreme Kai's brother to turn off Warp Sama, he looked very distressed as he was turning it off, and like I was kind of like wondering why. Like, is Warp Sama? I know like when you put Sama at the end of someone's name, that they're like older, higher range, way more like respect, you know?
Yeah, it's a sign of respect. Like it's like saying sir.
Or like Lord, you know, like Lord or something like that. Like so like him turning off Warp Sama, I kind of wanted a little bit more explanation on why that was so hard for him to do, you know. But we might see some more in the future.
I learned from Naruto that when you use the suffix sama for someone, it's like saying sir or ma'am, because Sasuke, like everybody would say Kakashi sama, but except for Sasuke, he never said that for none of the senseis. And then I learned, like somebody explained it or whatever. So it's like a sign of respect. So yeah, that's a good catch that it's called Warp Sama. So the people respect the warp thing, and so to turn that off, that is like obviously it's gonna anger the people, and so I could see why that would be in his eyes a bad idea, because like we're the ruler of these people and you're attacking something that we know they respect.
And the only thing else I wanted to bring up was the stupid Ginyu Force knockoff. After they did the little stupid poses and the lighting and everything, Goma-sama did the exact same thing Frieza did when he saw the Ginyu Force. Sit there and blush. Like, I don't know if you guys...
I don't remember him blushing. I remember him getting mad and telling him that he's gonna charge him for the repairs, all the damage. This so stupid, unnecessary damage. Why the fuck did they do that? They just pulled out their guns and started shooting the fucking room up.
And it was like Goma's palace, like...
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm
Moriyama.
gonna go to my boss's house. I'm gonna go to my boss's house. Oh god.
Yeah, when I saw, like, when Goma got mad and walked away and said, "I'm gonna charge you for these repairs." For me, that was the first time where I was like, all right, that's a justifiable reason for Goma to get mad. Everything else is like, Goma, you over here poking a bear. What do you think is gonna happen? But this time I was like, you know what? I'm on Goma's side with this. Like, why'd y'all shoot up my fucking palace?
I know. It's like going to like your manager's house, trying to, for the first time, making a great impression. And you just start knocking shit over. Break the door in, you know, what's up? What's up? We've arrived. So stupid, bro. I was wondering that too.
I think that's another sign that he's not worthy of his seat. He has no real... I mean, he scares the Gesu. He scares some of the guys up there. But for the most part, I feel like all the respect goes to everyone that's not him, and they just know he is boss. Every time I see Goma, like, the one thing that he could have done is like badly hurt one of the the elite forces as a sign of, hey, act right or this will happen to you, and then maybe heal them up or something through some kind of magic. That would have been cool. That would have shown us some kind of sinister, some kind of malice, something to work with that states this guy is powerful or at least should be scary. But he goes with, you're gonna pay for this the repairs. Yeah, that's a problem, but I'm not afraid of that, because if I'm the one of the scariest things and I'm making all the moves, all the powerful attacks and all that, I'm not going to be worried about a guy that doesn't do anything. Like, Goma's making himself look worse every time I see him, and I hate it.
You know what? I think I thought
that's
of
a really
something.
good point. Because if Deborah if they would have been reporting to Deborah, I don't think they would have shot up that fucking room the way they did.
Mm-hmm.
You
I think
know
they'd
what?
have been on their best behavior.
I think I figured out why they're so broke when they couldn't pay for the chocolate. They just finished
They
paying
keep fucking
Goma back.
everything up.
No, they just finished paying Goma back. Yeah. Other than that, there wasn't too much coolness within the last couple episodes. The episode 13 was the better one in my opinion, even though it was more world building, but it had like more action. Like the second one was just like, okay, they're trying to get to Warp Sama to go to the next world. That doesn't work. Alright, well, Neva has this bullshit ass plan to break the shield, this random ass shield that comes in out of nowhere. I mean, I like the ideas, but all this stuff is just completely random. And like we don't really get to see much. We're like we get to see this knockoff Ginyu force, and then we get to see them meet with the Majins, and then like it cuts back to our heroes, and then it ends there basically. So like between the two, I like 13 better.
Honestly, I know, like I said this about like okay, I'm still here. I said this about Cowboy Bebop, that I was kind of like not really liking how much world building episodes is here, but I actually want to see more world building episodes in Daima. I honestly do not believe we'll see any more of Daima after the Daima series. I don't think we'll see any more of it, and so I would want them to explore more of the world. I'd actually like for them to not necessarily lose the Dragon Balls, but maybe they get sent out again and something weird happens and we have another adventure. Maybe this time with Vegeta running the adventure instead of Goku. Just because it's like, we're not going to see this place again. It's guaranteed we're probably not going to see this place again. And
There's a setup for
I want to
it.
see it more. Huh?
There's a setup for. They already set up for them to come back. Bulma said she was gonna give them some ships.
Unless they show that up in like a Super down the line, or like whatever the next Dragon Ball show is going to be, I don't see them coming back to this place.
Bulma too.
I kind of disagree. I don't want to see anything with Vegeta being the main lead. Like, fuck Vegeta. He's kind of lame, bro. Like get it, let it go off of Piccolo.
You know what? Speaking of Goku being an asshole, not letting Vegeta ride with him to the demon world, where there was clearly plenty enough room in the plane.
Yeah. Still no Vegeta for me though. I'd rather see Piccolo or something. Some more Piccolo action. That'd be kind of cool.
I'd almost kind of want to see like, not a full episode, but like a third at least, or a fourth of an episode focused on like what's going on Earth now. I mean, are things attacking the planet? You know, odds are high they're not, because Goku's not there. But like, are things attacking the planet? Like, what's going on down there? What happened to Gohan? I need to know. This man's
Gohan is like a kid or a baby.
I think
He should
he's
be
a
a
kid. Yeah, 'cause he's an adult now, I believe. I mean, given it's right after Majin Buu, he's probably like 16, 17 during the Majin Buu series. So right after Majin Buu, maybe he's 18 now. I don't know.
Yeah, but what we're saying is that when they all got transformed into kids, Goku and all his friends. So is Gohan a kid like Goku and them, or is he an infant right now?
Yeah, because I know Goten and Trunks are infants, but they were significantly like less older than
Yeah.
Gohan.
Well,
So is Dende.
Shinron asks, Shinron Dende shouldn't be a kid, honestly, or baby. He should be like a kid, I think, because he's older in like Z. I'm quite certain of that. But what was I saying? Gohan should be a kid. If anything, I mean, he's not a. Yeah, he's an adult at this point.
And they
You know
having a
something?
kid's body. It's always weird to me because Piccolo was 4 years old when he fought Goku. I mean, when him and Goku fought Raditz. That dude was 4 years old. So, like, Dende having a kid's body, and then still in Super having a kid's body. Like, what's really going on with them?
I did see a theory online where since Demon King Piccolo transported all his energy, strength, and memories into Ma Junior, that probably accelerated his growth. I mean, that's probably explained better on the video I saw than what I gave. I just kind of gave the clip notes.
I think it's just another moment of Toriyama forgot, because literally Dende regressed, and he's supposed to be older than that. He's supposed to be way older than that. He's supposed to look way different than that. I saw that like a week or two ago. Toriyama forgot. I feel like that's the answer.
Toriyama forgot is a great explanation for so much shit going on. You know what else Toriyama forgot? Launch.
Lunch.
Just want to eternally remind everyone that he forgot launch.
Lunch.
Launch.
That's a mistranslation.
Oh, that was what it like. Her name was supposed to be Lunch.
Yes. It's like when you Google like what's what's called when you Google like what's the translation for what they say, it can appear on Google as like launch, but it's actually lunch.
Speaking of launching, I heard Tesla
was launched the
concept
TN.
boosters. What?
What was that, Seven Ninja?
Speaking of launching, I heard Tesla caught their rocket boosters when they shot a rocket in space. You hear about that?
No.
Yeah, he landed
Right
it.
on.
That was a while back. He landed it instead of a crash landing like every other rocket ship ever. It landed in one piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's a smart thing to do.
Parallel
Hey, let's not
plus
just completely discard all of our stuff we ever make.
Mm-hmm.
You know who better
Well,
than
that's-
to
that's
see
the difference
head
between-
of the Department of Government Efficiency is the guy who actually is efficient about the things he's already doing.
Yeah. Well, there's like I was just saying that shows you the difference between whenever your company is funded by shit that you built and this is money that you made versus you get it for free directly from the government.
Or get it for free directly from the people that you take taxes from.
Right.
Ask any
Alright, guys.
department of government how much hammers are actually worth at a grocery store or at a hardware store. Sure, they pay probably way more than what you and I pay for a hammer.
I don't pay
Alright.
anything.
Guys, we're getting to the end of
Sorry.
the hour soon, so we will start segment 3, Brock Strap's topic for us to debate about. And here is the video.
Forgot to come up with.
All right, and we are back, everybody. All righty, Brock Strap, what is your topic for us to debate about.
What is your favorite Dragon Ball Z video game, and why is it better than what the rest of the panel chooses?
Okay. I don't remember who started
We have
first.
plenty. We have
He
plenty
just
to
wanted
choose
to
from.
start an argument. He just.
Is that not what debating is?
Yeah, that's
Are we
what
not
debating
on the
is.
Podcast of the Great Nimbus debate.
No, he's got the right idea.
We've done this, the best video game, like 2
Have we?
episodes ago. Yeah.
I don't
I
remember
mean, we'll
that.
do it again.
I was on 2 episodes ago. Well, you have all the different styles too. You have the deck building games. You have the side to side, albeit if it's crappy like Budokai 3, which is my favorite,
Sweet.
or fighters.
I remember whenever
We have
we
the
debated it,
3D.
we had to categorize the different, like, what's the best Game Boy game, what's the best console game.
I think we picked like our top 3.
Did you pick top 3?
Yeah. We can go.
We had to,
We
because
can
they're
go
so
top.
different.
We can go number 1 top.
All right, here. Since there are so many different categories, let's go with what's your favorite category of Dragon Ball Z games?
I'm down for a top
some of them-
a Dragon Ball game.
Some of them are bad. Here. Let's redo my whole entire. Since we already picked our favorite. Since we already picked, I don't remember being part of that one, so that's on me. What's your least favorite?
Least favorite.
Walking Zero. No, I'm playing. No.
Or maybe even the most disappointing?
I've got one for disappointing.
Go for it.
Dragon Ball Sagas.
Yeah, that was my
Really?
choice too. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I was a little kid, I played it on GameCube with my cousins, and like we had fun playing it. Me and Dane did, but like our older cousins, they kept groaning and stuff like that. And then when I got older, I played it again, and I found out why. It's because like there's like a lot of the levels, like you can run around, but it's so limited. Like you can see a lot of stuff, but you can't actually go anywhere. And the fighting was pretty trash. The action was trash. There wasn't like a lot of ways to defend yourself from the enemies, and it's not like you could really dodge either because the movement was trash as well. It was just a very like it was like some dude in college made a Dragon Ball game. Like that's what it was really like.
Seven Ninja, what's your choice? Worst Dragon Ball game? Or most disappointing?
Mine has to be Dragon Ball: The Breakers. That kind of
Really?
fighting like game.
I never played it. I never even seen gameplay of it.
I did.
It's an interesting concept. I'm not saying I couldn't go back to it, but when it comes down to it, when I think of Dragon Ball, like if you were gonna go with my favorite, I would have said Xenoverse too. But like we're going with something that I won't say I can't stand it. It's just like out of all the games I'd ever played, do I think this one's fun? It's kind of like I don't like it as a Dragon Ball game, but I like the concept enough that I feel back to it.
Yeah, because I've seen videos of Dragon Ball Breakers online. It looks interesting. It looks like Xenoverse a little bit.
I mean, it's the same art style. It certainly is.
And it's like about alternate paths and stuff like that. Alternate timelines.
No, Xenoverse is about alternate timelines. The Breakers is about like, okay, let's say Frieza comes to Earth, and you as what's the pig dude name?
Oolong.
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 You're playing as Oolong, and you're trying to escape the planet through Trunks' time machine, and that might require you. You got to work with the. You could either work with the people there, or you can work by yourself and build the time machine. Along the way, you can get power-ups that allow you to fight the boss or the boss player as a Saiyan or with the Saiyan powers. It all depends on what you get, and that's pretty much the whole gameplay. Are you trying to escape, or you're trying to? No, you're just pretty much trying to escape. And all they're trying to do is they'll blow up periodically. They'll blow up a section of the map, and you've got less and less to work with. Well, if a part's on the place where the place got blown up at, you're pretty much screwed. But there's like a second way to get off. Like there's a main way, and then there's a second way to get off, and you got to choose one of those. Try to get it done first. If you don't, you fail. I mean, it's a cool concept, but it's just not really. I felt like if I wanted to see something like that, it would have been kind of cool to maybe have a kind of MMO open world kind of thing going on in some shape or form, but that's not Xenoverse. But it's what it is.
Interstellar says Ultimate Tenkaichi. I'm gonna have to look this one up.
That
Brock
was
Strap,
where I
protect
was
you up.
going.
My choice was Sagas for the worst, and Ninjas was Breakers.
Breakers, I haven't played Breakers at all, so I can't talk on that. Ultimate Tenkaichi was the one that I actually had in mind when I came up with that split-second decision to switch over to the worst.
But it changed my answer. No, Sagas was
Ultimate
still the
Tenkaichi,
worst.
and Ultimate Tenkaichi in theory seemed like, oh man, this is gonna be the best, and that was part of it. Was it got so hyped that when it finally came out and you were left with Ultimate Tenkaichi you're just like, oh.
Ultimate disappointment.
Ultimate disappointment. Yeah, no. I hear a lot of people had a problem with Dragon Ball Z Connect back when the Xbox released the Connect version. It would go off of your movements. I didn't get to play to that one, so I can't speak on it. But of the ones that I've played, I actually enjoyed Sagas. I know a lot of people might think I'm crazy on that one. It was another Dragon Ball game that I had back when I was learning more about Dragon Ball. I was disappointed that it only went up to the Cell Saga and that there wasn't like actually more to the game. A lot of repetition, yeah, but like, Alex. But Ultimate Tenkaichi definitely was the one that I was most. Tenkaichi 3 was awesome because you already had 1, 2, and 3 at that point, and Ultimate, like it was supposed to be the next best thing in character creation too, right? You're like, oh, I can make my own person, like back before Xenoverse was actually a thing. And
but then there's like 3 different things that you can do with your character.
It's like they wanted to see what more can we add to the game, and not like more what can we do to make the game better. And they failed at all 3 things that they were trying to complete.
Sounds like there's a little too much of everything in that game.
There's too much of like there's too much of everything, but not enough in any of those things for you to actually do.
Yeah.
Like you can create your own character, but there's only like 3 different options of like character creation. Like you can't really create your own character. You're just sitting there, like it's presets. There's not enough. And then they're like, well, if you want to create your character more, you go out in the world and find the stuff to create your character with. But then like there's so much of the world, like you have to progress through the story and shit, and it's fucking aggravating.
As limited as you think Xenoverse might be for character creation, Ultimate Tenkaichi.
Oh no, Xenoverse has the most character creation in any Dragon Ball. Even in Xenoverse 1, there was a lot that you could do with your characters.
Oh, for sure. No, but yeah, it was ultimate letdown.
Sounds pretty bad, not gonna lie. My choice is gonna have to be Sagas. I'm gonna have to agree with sequel. I mean, given I haven't really seen much of Ultimate or Dragon Ball Z Connect, I'm looking at pictures now. I mean, maybe it's just the pictures look nice because it doesn't look that bad. I have to actually experience how bad the game is.
You're not gonna market the worst parts of it.
Sagas was pretty bad because I remember I was watching videos. I was like, oh, there's a new Dragon Ball Z game coming out. I have to get it when I was a kid. Usually I'll watch videos on it. Like, oh god, this game looks trash, bro. It looks straight garbage. And like, I haven't really heard of anything after it came out, you know, nothing from the friends. I still don't see anything online about it to this day. In fact, I see videos of like the worst Dragon Ball Z games and Sagas in that video game category in those videos.
Always.
Like, yeah, like
Never
the graph. graphics look bad. The fighting looks bad. The power-ups look bad. The special attacks look bad. You know, it just all around looks terrible. Like the world, like Hunter said, looks bad. Like I think you even have to like collect coins like when you're going through the story, and like the way you collect them looks janky as fuck. Like everything about that game looks like I should be spending $1 no more on that game.
Right. It's like I said earlier, it was like some dude just tried to make a Dragon Ball Z game. It was like if you gave me like a world creating like software, and I decided I'm gonna try to make a Dragon Ball Z game using this terrible software, like the free version of a software.
The dollar store Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Yeah.
Let's go around in a circle. Let's see. Charm City just sent me a funny picture. Yeah, let me copy this. I'm gonna send it in the chat here. Brockstrap, why or why not is Dragon Ball Z Sagas worse or better than Dragon Ball Z Connect?
Didn't play Dragon Ball Z Connect. I can't speak on it. From what I heard, Connect had a hard time picking up really quick, repetitive motions that were required for the game, for it to actually be any kind of accurate gameplay. The graphics looked cool, but like I heard it wasn't really. I heard the game was hard just because of the mechanics not working correctly. As far as Sagas, I felt like Sagas was poorly paced, but not a bad game to the core. Like, you start from the bottom, you level up. I kind of like the RPG aspect of it. You could level up your Kai or your strength or your health at any different time. You had different characters to choose from. When you unlock them all through the main story, you come back, you can play as like future Trunks or whatever in the very first fight with Raditz. You could unlock Broly at some point, which that in itself was kind of cool at the time, because this game is old. It's probably 2006 or 7 maybe. So you could go through the whole entire Namek thing. It didn't feel like you were skipping over much all the way up to the Cell games. They had like a kind of cool future Trunks, and that's not something I really see. They had a whole entire level for the future Trunks timeline, which I don't see in a whole lot of other video games. Not that I've played them all, so I could be misspeaking on that. But
you get it in Xenoverse too.
The pacing, well, yeah, you had a lot of different scenarios in Xenoverse 2. It was the first time here. Let me rephrase this. It was the first time that I felt like in any of the games up until that one that you had any kind of future Trunks. So again, a lot of games come out since Sagas. That was the first one I specifically myself remember playing in the future Trunks level. And the only thing I can think of what made it terrible was just the pacing itself. Sometimes the fights went into slow-mo and you're like, oh, I wish this was a little faster. Sometimes tracking was kind of hard. I remember playing on the Vegeta fight with Goku that like Vegeta would zip around the map and I'm like, I can't hit this guy, right? So like obviously it came with its faults, but to call it the worst, I don't know if that's accurate. It was disappointing in some aspects, but other aspects I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Again, now it was a long time ago, and it probably wouldn't hold up to games today.
Alright, and what about Breakers over Connect?
I haven't played Breakers.
Oh, you're talking about Nemo?
Yeah, it's for Brockstrap. Sorry.
Would like to. I see a lot of marketing for it. Again, marketing's only going to show the best aspects of the game, so you can't take those to heart. But yeah, somebody that actually has played Breakers can probably speak better to it than I can.
All right, 7 Ninja. Why or why not is Sagas or Connect better or worse than Breakers?
I mean, when you're coming from that Dragon Ball feel, I mean, I guess you could kind of get it from being Cell or Frieza, but the reality of the situation is that you're just being a super powerful being going attacking civilians. It's not really a Dragon Ball kind of feeling game. Would I say that it's a better game than Sagas or Connect? The Connect was always bad. I mean, I think it's unilaterally said that like the Connect in general was just a bad system overall. So that doesn't surprise me if that game was bad in any shape or form. When it comes to Sagas, I didn't actually play Sagas. I do know a little bit about it. But I mean, it looks like the precursor to like Kakarot, and so knowing like they're really doing something that would be foundational for Dragon Ball. I probably wouldn't have thought it was worse, but to me, Sagas and probably Connect, as Connect is like regular Dragon Ball, does cover the idea of what Dragon Ball is versus the Breakers. While I don't think it's an outright bad game, does not give me that Dragon Ball feel.
All right, Super Cold Sauce. Why or why not is Breakers or Connect better or worse than Sagas?
Before I answer, just want to give a quick shout out to that tequila that's got Squall Rush's eyes half open right now. It's- but
So when
no,
is this out?
Sagas is the worst for every part of Sagas. The gameplay is janky, it's incredibly limited, it's not immersive at all. You're like I said, one of the biggest problems in Sagas was, when you're fighting, there's no defense, there's no dodging, there's no, I don't know if there's blocking or not, I don't remember, but if somebody like goes to hit you with like a beam, you're trying to move out the way of it, you can't, because of how slow your character moves and the fact that there's no like dodge or evasive like maneuver and shit. And then like, if you do defeat all the enemies in the area, getting to the next area, like I said, your character is just fucking slow motion jogging throughout the world, and like you can see where you gotta go, and it's like, oh my god, this is taking forever. Like the whole thing sucks. There's part of the world that you wish you could explore but you can't because there's invisible walls and shit, while playing as fucking characters that can fly and all kind of other shit. And so it's like being in handcuffs. That whole game makes you feel like you're in stripes and shackles. It's terrible. And then, to add salt to the wound, they didn't do their cutscenes good at all. The cutscenes felt like the opening of a Marvel movie where you just see a quick slideshow montage of a bunch of still shots. There wasn't any effort almost at all in the cutscenes of Sagas. The only thing that can be said good about Sagas was that what Brockstrap said earlier, it goes past the Frieza saga, because that's one of the biggest complaints in all of Dragon Ball video games, is that it stops at the Frieza saga. But other than that, and I mean, it's not like you can really be excited to play through the Cell Saga and shit in Dragon Ball Sagas, because the whole game sucks anyway. Playing it sucks, watching the cutscenes suck. The whole thing is terrible.
I don't know if it was on Xbox at the time, but it was also on PS2, I know for a fact. The GameCube, and this is a lot of, even with like Sonic Heroes and a lot of other games at the time that came out on multi-platform, you're not going to make a game a whole lot better for another console that can handle it when you have to release it to all the consoles. So I know that probably if it were PS2 exclusive or something, it could have been a lot better game. Again, this did come back in like 2006 or 7. I can't quite remember. I was in high school. But it definitely did have a lot of limitations to it. I know with the movement, you had to hold it down for like at least a second or 2 seconds at a time before it would automatically shift into the higher speed. So he's correct on that. Again, this is one of the criticisms I had was the pacing. As far as not being able to move forward, and the game was linear too. It wasn't an open world game. The levels were very linear. It
Right.
was, hey, complete this
But
area,
extremely
go to the
linear.
next. Exactly, extremely linear. Beat this area, go to the next area. Beat that area, go to the next area. I don't know if the game would have been a whole lot better if you're just like, oh, hey, boss fight right away, right? Like, within the level, sometimes the levels could seem a little bit long. I remember when I had to chaperone Dende for a short time, that Namekian level seemed extremely long to me. It's not without its criticisms, and again, we're saying it's one of the worst games, but again, there's other games that I've played that are way worse. And so some of my defense for Sagas is, hey, I remember having actually a lot of fun playing it. Best game ever? No. Not best game ever. Worst game ever? Great Nimbus, debatable. I feel like there's a lot worse than Sagas, and that's why I guess I find myself defending it a tiny bit. But yeah, no, all your criticisms are correct. I think as far as like dodging beams that you're saying we couldn't do, if you were far enough away, you could, kind of like Xenoverse. I think that you actually get capsules throughout the levels that help you unlock better abilities, and one of those abilities could be the teleport or the quick dodge. I'm not sure you get that right away at the beginning of the game, because a lot of people probably on this game, I would imagine, just played it one time through and then said, okay, I beat the game story, and then moved on to the next game. They probably had. Whereas if you, there is replayability, and you could go through it again and not have quite the same issues you did the first time going through.
So if
Well-
Sagas is not at the bottom of the list, what games are at the bottom of the list for you that you've played?
It's Saga.
For Brockstrap, he said Sagas is not the worst game he played.
I definitely Ultimate Tenkaichi. I wasn't even really a big fan of the Budokai series itself until the third one came out. I never got to play the second, but like going back and replaying Budokai 1, the side-to-side one, like, is freaking like pulling teeth out, and I know something about that. But when, like, if we're comparing Sagas to Budokai, I would say Budokai probably at the time would have been worse of the two. But a lot of people, I don't know what expectations people had for Sagas. And again, Sagas won't even hold a candle to anything current. So like, if you were to go back and play that now, again, pulling teeth, probably yes. At the time, it's what we had. It was the next innovative thing. I think it might have even come out before Tenkaichi, the first one. So as far as a 3D movement, outside of, I think, maybe Legacy of Goku on the Game Boy Advance at the time, we didn't have any of that really. It was strictly just side to side kind of fighting.
When we debated best games, our best Game Boy game was Legacy of Goku.
Yeah, because you only had, what, Supersonic Warriors, and maybe, what was the one on the Game Boy Color? It was Dragon Ball.
I don't know.
It was Warriors, something Warriors.
Supersonic Warriors?
No. Game Boy Color. Dragon.
I don't know, but I do want to, because you keep bringing up the console
Super
limitations,
Warriors.
possibly playing a big factor into Sagas not being good. And
I think Sagas could have been a lot better if it was not held back by the GameCube.
It wasn't. That's why I want to bring this up. It wasn't held back by GameCube because I've played games of similar, of the same genre. Like, okay, X-Men Legends and X-Men Legends 2 Apocalypse. those were on GameCube. Those were the same style genre of game that Sagas was. And those games,
Right.
I'll still play those games today. And they were on GameCube. So it goes back to Sagas just being extremely linear, extremely limited, and there's just nothing to do except for the very ABC things in each level that are there.
How many open world games are there on the GameCube? Like realistically,
Open
I don't know,
world
there's
wasn't
not a
really
lot.
thing till PS3.
explorative.
Oh, what up, Jamie?
You could have, I'll put it to you like this: you could have put Sagas on an arcade cabinet.
Yeah.
Like you could have. I mean, you didn't need a whole controller to play that game.
Final answers, guys. As I'm ready to take a nap before I go into work.
Yeah, that tequila's hitting them.
Yeah. My eyes are. It's hard to stay. Like my eyes keep stay open right now. All right. Brockstrap, what's your final answer? You sticking with the guns or changing it up?
As far as ultimate disappointment, I'm talking at time of release. I'm not talking how I feel about it now necessarily. Just disappointment that I felt after receiving the game and then playing it and then understanding like, oh, this is actually like buyer's remorse, right? Big Dragon Ball Z fan. I don't feel like a lot of things I've ever bought Dragon Ball Z related had any remorse to it outside of Ultimate Tenkaichi. I bought it, I played it, I got rid of it, I bought it again, hoping one more time, maybe my first time around, I just wasn't being a big old wuss about it. Bought it a second time, felt the same kind of remorse the second time. The game was garbage. Ultimate Tenkaichi is my answer.
All right, Seven Ninja.
Well, I'm sticking to my guns. Like I said before, a Dragon Ball feel will become Dragon Ball 4. I'm good.
All right. Secret cold sauce. What's your final answer?
Sagas. Probably always will be Sagas.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Sagas too. I'm gonna have to see some more gameplay between Breakers and Ultimate Tenkaichi, but right now Sagas is looking like forcing. What's up, Rockstrap?
I was gonna talk on what Interstellar Gaming's saying. Legacy of Goku 2 was only Cell. Legacy of Goku the 1 was
Frieza.
Raditz, then Nappa Vegeta, then Frieza. And then there's also another one called Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury, which was also on the Game Boy Advance. That took you all the way through the Boo saga after Cell. So, it's
Those
a
are
trilogy,
good.
and I liked them. So if there's any complaints about somebody saying, "Oh, it only was this, that, or the other thing," no, there was all three. But good series, good trilogy.
Alrighty, peeps. Outro. Let's see. I did have some outro questions saved. Let me look for that real quick. Alright, so plug your socials one last time. Favorite part of the podcast. Let's see, what was the third one? Any announcements, and what is something interesting about you? Hunter, you can start first.
Well, I mean, I don't really like stream or anything. I'm just here for this podcast. I'm just a great Nimbus debate podcast flavor enhancer, so to speak. Something interesting about me: I was in prison for 3 years, and I can grow a fuller beard than Squall Rush.
This
That's
is
about
about to be shaved off soon. It's coming over my lips. It's about that time. Alright, Seven Ninja.
You can find me at Game Joe, MeWe, and Rumble. I should lead you right back to Rumble. My announcements is that I should be coming back to streaming, if not tomorrow, soon, we'll figure it out because things seem to be looking up again. I think I fixed my PC. I don't know 100%, but we shall see. Regardless, favorite part of the podcast has to be who's the biggest asshole. I'm still saying it's 17 and 18. I stand by that. And the last one was what's something interesting about me. I'm usually, I found out this recently, I'm usually the advice guy or the encyclopedia guy. I don't know what it is, but apparently I have a large storage of knowledge, and I seem to be the kind of person that's kind enough that you can come to them and ask them for advice. So it's happened enough times now that I'm like, okay, whatever.
That is so 100% true. I can't tell you how many times I've been typing out a question specifically to 7 Ninja, and then I had to stop and ask myself, hang on, can I fucking do this on my own? Because I'm always asking this fucking dude for shit.
Alright, Rockstrap.
Well,
Find me on YouTube, Rumble, sometimes Twitter. No, I'm sorry, sometimes Twitch and Twitter as well, I guess. Now X, formerly known as Twitter. All these comments all at the end. Rockstrap55 spells like it sounds. I just do a lot of Pokemon stuff. Big Dragon Ball Z guy though, so luckily I was able to come onto the podcast quite the past maybe 4 or 5 times now. It's been a minute. I feel like part of the gang. But yeah, favorite part of the podcast. I don't know. I feel like it was all pretty good. I always like Daima discussion. Daima. It's new. It's great. I'm not having any disappointment with it, except maybe like the pacing was kind of weird, where nothing happened and then everything happened and then like full stop, and then now we're progressing again. But yeah, and then something interesting about me. I have no teeth, but I'm not sure that any of you knew about that audience-wise until I said it. I speak pretty well without them, I think.
Yeah? I can't even tell. You don't have any teeth.
Yeah, no, yeah. I need to get some new ones.
And the beard hides the sad chin.
Oh, for sure. No, this isn't, beard's not going anywhere until I finally get, and even if I do get dentures, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna shave the beard. It's part of me now.
Alright.
Alright, and I am Squall Rush, got a link tree, so check those out. For all my other platforms, because I'm on like a million of them, especially now that TikTok and Lemonade is back. That's just a couple extra ones, and I signed up for Red Note too, because hey, who knows, might go somewhere. But besides that, let's see, announcements. Got a new video coming out, hopefully, if CapCut comes back soon, then I can get my editing software back, hopefully. Favorite part of the podcast, I thoroughly enjoyed the who was the biggest asshole in Dragon Ball debate. That was pretty fun. 7 Ninja actually changed my mind. That doesn't normally happen on this podcast. Let's see. And something interesting about me is I'm actually bald. So my dreams of having Super Saiyan hair are no more, ever.
Super Saiyan Nappa.
Super Saiyan Nappa. I'm going to dye my hair blonde, or my beard blonde.
You ever seen Super Saiyan 3 Nappa on the Super Dragon Ball Heroes Switch game, whatever it's called? It's freaking funny looking.
3 Nappa.
Super Saiyan 3 Nappa and even Super Saiyan 3 Raditz was kind of interesting too.
He just gets a thicker beard.
A
blonde thicker beard.
He doesn't even have a beard. Like he just has a mustache, but yeah, then it like poofs straight out of his mouth.
That's funny. Alright guys, make sure y'all tune in for Wednesday's Senzu Talks podcast, gaming and nerdy topics all around. And next nerding out is Hajime no Ippo, which is the boxing anime. And we have a game and a pondering topic. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think Ananta is the game. And I don't remember. Cybernetic enhancements, like how would that affect you, I think, or what would the drawbacks be? That's our pondering topic. So tune in for those if you're here for the podcast, and we will see y'all in the near future. Peace out, everyone.
Peace.
Later.